hungry.
Oh, don't eat my notes. That's not polite. Well, in any case, hello and welcome everyone for D&D here in Conquerors of Nolyn. Now I'm unmuted on Discord as well. There you go. Like I was saying, welcome to D&D Conquerors of Nolyn, the 47th episode, featuring none other than Draenef playing Drakdarin, the Blue Dragonborn fighter. Also, boy, I need to replace my glasses. Also featuring Falcon, the Black Dragonborn wizard played by Spacey Ian. Enki 101 playing Calarius, the Copper Dragonborn rogue. And lastly, Crucible playing Noldra, the human ranger. And also Noldra, the Drake.
And nothing else.
Thank Lord, nothing else.
Sus.
Mm.
I'm not about to give you a third character sheet. So, there's a lot we need to talk about what happened last session, but while we do that, and I go back to my notes before we do the recap, let's play the intro, and then we'll be right back with some delicious D&D. All of us are. Like it or not.
How dare you? I'm not even 30. Baby. And
Neither
listen. Yeah,
I am back.
babies.
Welcome back, Crucible. We're discussing who is more baby.
Absolutely, it is a drac.
Mhm.
What?
You are more baby.
I
So-
don't mean to be offensive.
Recap time. Getting back to what nonsense you guys were up to lastly in Conquerors of Nolyn. All of you had been traveling the land for a variety of reasons. The last reason was because all of you went on a coffee-induced bender. So you left the city of Shunketnat and decided to just walk west non-stop until, apparently, you made your way to... Never mind, you went from Shunketnat to Gnarmelmered, then you started going west, whereupon you landed on an abandoned tower, found some loot, destroyed some of said loot, but got money, and that's always fun. You then stopped by some cities along the way. You managed to... You did a lot of things. That one city you saw that there was some people just... Well, you... Terrorize is kind of a strong word, but I'm gonna go with it. You terrorize a local tavern keep by ordering 20 pies, I believe, was it? Then you moved on to the next city where you heard there was some kind of festival going on, or not necessarily a festival, but just the town is super jolly, and they were doing all kinds of bardic tales and this and that. And you bought for, I believe for Calaris you bought a tie-dye tunic, and for Drake Noldra you bought a tie-dye barding.
Hell yeah.
And then you went on your way, this time around going north after asking the local denizens some questions about weird shit, to which they replied, yes, there's rocks flying that away. So you started going that away. Finally, your coffee-induced bender expired. All of you passed out, faced first into the ground and then rolled off down the hill, taking some damage, and were unconscious for a whole day. After which, you woke up, assessed your things and situations, then you went back down into the dirt to set up camp and sleep for the night, and then on the following day you went over to this unpronounceable city of Edrerabs, whereupon you talked to the local people about the flying rocks over in the distance, and apparently it's half of the city that was teleported away and then made to orbit off into the distance somehow. And then you learn that the city, despite being very far away from the main road, kind of uses these as a manner of tourist attraction. Then you decided that, because that's where one of the Almighty Remnants is, and apparently the one that was pinged by Drevorov's loot of magical pinging, apparently, you made your way through the plains over there. Reaching there, you decided to come out with a plan to climb into the floating rocks and then get to the Bead of Power with Falcon's assistance using Arcane Hand, whereupon you got it, and Falcon had this moment where he got to see the memories of Hakaphagan once again and solve a puzzle, wherein he actually got everyone to solve a puzzle. After successfully solving the puzzle, but taking a little bit of a while to do it, Falcon, you were left over with 3 levels of exhaustion. Calaris, you got a new feature, which I already added to your character sheet. And everyone else was then plummeting down into the debris of this floating city that is no longer floating because the mote of magical energy that kept the city debris afloat is no longer there. But Falcon quickly cast Featherfall to make sure that none of you break your legs and or necks falling down. And after that, yeah, that's it. You're now gently floating down back into the soil, into the terrain, managing to, kind of stick to landing closer to the debris in a more safe way, and then kind of enjoying the remainder of the featherfall effects to, I imagine, parkour your way off of the debris into safe land.
Hopefully.
And that is where we left off. With one more Almighty Remnant acquired, all of you felt the swelling of power within yourselves as you leveled up. And you got this sense that you need to find the rest of these Almighty Remnants because they are incredibly powerful. And that's about it. Oh yeah, we also had a name drop. But I'll let you guys get to that as I turn over to you, Noldra. What do you do with this surprising revelation that out of nowhere, and apparently for no reason, Vulcan just said your name out loud?
Noldra doesn't say or do anything in the moment. Probably just collecting themselves and probably giving a sidelong glance to Jack Darren and not saying a word, at least not for now.
Is anyone else doing anything else?
Just trying to get away from a collapsing cityscape, that's all.
Becoming extremely exhausted and slowly dying.
Fun. Fun times.
That's what happens when you're a 60-year-old man.
And also being very scared at what my thing is doing.
So, because you guys only featherfalled yourselves, the city has already, descended down into the earth and crumbled way before you landed. So you literally just land on top of the debris and then just daintily step off of it.
This is fine.
Spacey, are you okay over there? That doesn't look very good.
Well, it's fine. Yeah, I'm a little broken, but I'm put back together the pieces.
Okay.
Just gives me this dumbass message every now and then. It's like, unable to load Artificer. It's like, what the
Oh my lord. Why is your foundry acting up?
It takes so long to do anything sometimes. Okay, it's good now, though. It's good now. I restarted it.
Well, this pile of rubble could have been us.
Yes, thank goodness we have a wizard.
A pile of rubble
is us.
and ever as he was.
The Drake just kind of flies down, having the ability to fly, so just lands with the rest of the party.
Base plants.
You seem tired. Are you okay? You only were doing something for 3 seconds. It couldn't have been that bad.
Darren, I am dying.
What a matter-of-fact statement. Aren't we all?
What do you mean you're dying?
Is everything
I
all
need
right?
it.
Do you need healing?
I need a nap and I need hot cocoa.
Oh, well,
Well, we can definitely go somewhere for a nap, but I don't know about the hot cocoa. Maybe back in town if we go that far?
This sounds good, yes.
I will
Or
look at the
rest.
wizard.
Rest to be nice.
What time of day is it right now?
Around 2:45 in the afternoon.
Plenty of time.
We traveled here this same day, right?
Yes, the same day.
Okay.
But you are already somewhat traveled, and now because of the second, third level of exhaustion, Falcon is moving at half speed, so he absolutely has to be carried.
Well, I don't know if we can make it back to town today, but we can get our ways there. The Drake kind of moves up to Falcon.
I can carry you the rest of the way.
I thought you couldn't do that thing.
You've ridden
Nah.
them before. Just flop over sideways.
Nah,
You'll be
yeah,
like a
that's-
sack of potatoes.
I am a sack of potatoes.
Yes, you are. Now get on the dragon.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus.
Who's Jesus? Who's Jesus?
You know, can you believe you can actually take him as a patron?
But you
Yeah,
can't.
no,
Oh,
Yes.
that's right. That's right. You can take Jesus as a patron.
Yes, you can.
I am guessing we are going back to Erebaz.
Yes, the Chinese earthquake.
Erebaz. I can't. There's too many syllables.
Nearest town. Yes, let this
Okay.
old man sleep.
You don't know me.
You backtrack to whence you came.
Yep. As far as we can get, anyways. I don't know if we can make it there. Probably not today, but
Yeah, definitely not, because apparently you did travel your 24 miles allotted per day already getting here. So it would seem like you will have to camp on these plains, on this
That
debris.
is fine. We were knocked out here for 24 hours. I think we'll be fine. We weren't bugged by then.
In the middle of
It's
nowhere.
fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Question: Can I actually make a perception check around us, looking for any studiosi? Because I've noticed that they were not here, whereas every other site we visited, they were.
This is true.
Thanks to your passive perception, you don't even have to. You just look around and not only you don't see them, but you don't feel, because feelings are very important with you. Sensations, that is. You don't sense the same swelling of uneasiness that always accompanies the presence of the studiosi. You feel like, for better or for worse, they have never managed to get here or didn't know to come here. But then again, you yourselves know that this is a very far away place from compared to everywhere else you have been to.
Well, let's find some place reasonable to make camp, and we'll make it back to town in the morning,
I
or
am
rather,
available for
evening.
Alright, so you're all setting camp then.
Yep. Probably make our ways a little bit away from all the rubble and find some place to make camp,
that.
but not too far.
Sure, alright, fair enough. So you kind of go a little bit off to the side, decide to settle down to make camp for the day. Still around the region. And yeah, for all intents and purposes, there's nothing weird that goes on in the whole setting up of the camp altogether. But I will ask you, Noldra, why not? Tell me a number from 1 to 20. If we roll this number, something interesting happens.
Oh boy.
14.
Alright, let's see how the night goes by for all of you crazy kids. Absolutely nothing happens during the night.
Awesome.
It is surprisingly chill, except for, you know, no matter how far you try to go, you find that there is still like some amount of dust that is still sort of settling from the city having crumbled, fallen. But you manage to get some tents up and protect yourselves from all the debris and the elements, and you camp for the night. So everyone can go ahead and give yourselves a long rest.
Yay!
And that gets rid of my
1 level of
exhaustion
exhaustion.
level?
Yes.
Yeah.
Falcon
Only gets
loses.
rid of one of Falcon's.
Yeah. You lose only 1 level of exhaustion.
Boy, am I winded
Boy, am I tired.
You got me.
Woohoo. So, morning comes, which is lovely, and I need everyone to go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw, except for direct daring.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Constitution.
Buckle.
What do we need?
A 15.
So this is where I can use my new feature, right?
Yes, you can, if you want to.
20.
Alright, so Colaris, you succeed your first Constitution saving throw of this.
Oh
Of the entire game.
Of the entire. Shut up.
Alright.
The entire game, yes. I hope you enjoyed that. That was gret. And I'll never
Last
see it happen
one.
again. That was the last one.
The last one, never gonna happen again. Oh my god.
So, Colaris, you're good. However, Falcon and Nodra, both of you suffer one level of exhaustion from coffee withdrawal.
Doesn't
Cool, I
Boon of
just- I
Fate
spent-
affect allies and enemies?
Yeah, but he used it on himself.
Can you do that? Oh. Wording.
Well, I just spent Nolger just spends an extra hour in bed and is no longer exhausted.
Sure, so Nodra's like, no! Five
One
more
more
minutes.
hour, please.
Alright.
5 more minutes.
Okay, all of you then camp down, just waiting for Nodra to get ready, quote unquote. So,
Spend an hour doing push-ups.
Oh, I'm definitely not ever having that coffee again.
Colaris, by the way, you can click the short rest button somewhere in your thing to recover that Boon of Fate feature.
Yeah?
Yeah, it comes
Because
back.
we spend an extra hour.
You're spending an extra hour, so you may as well, right?
Oh,
It,
Short
com-
rest
I'll take
needs-
it.
it comes back
I
on a short
have
rest.
to. I have to take a short rest to get rid of my exhaustion. So
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, no, I'll absolutely take that.
And Falcon, you are back to 3 levels of exhaustion.
I don't expect to get over it anytime soon.
You're one Constitution save away from getting rid of your addiction.
And at least 4 days away from feeling like yourself again.
Wait, the Constitution save is to get over the addiction?
yes,
Yes, you need to succeed 3 overall. You have done 2, you
Oh.
need 1 more. So, as you guys are just very slowly and very methodically taking down camp, or most of camp as Nodra slips in, you see Drectarian approaching from both sides 2 little groups. One approaching from the east and one from the west.
Of
People.
people.
Yeah, a
people.
group of people approaching from either sides.
People.
What
Okay,
flavor
like
are they?
Towards us or toward where we just came from?
What do you mean, what flavor are they?
I mean,
I
are
don't
they
know.
like undead and pale looking, or are they?
Alright, so they are approaching you. On one side, coming from the east, it would seem to be mostly humans, and they're coming by slowly, and you can tell that they're not really looking for trouble. They're approaching very carefully as you start to as you notice them, and they are not making an effort to stay hidden. On the other side, approaching from the the west, you see a group that is mostly gnomes, who also seem to be approaching more or less peacefully. They don't seem to have any kind of weird, bad intentions towards you guys. And yeah, they that's their flavor, human and gnome.
Cool. Delicious.
Quite zesty, Doug.
I'm
I'm sorry.
I'll just stand up, spin my axe off my back, and plant the head against the ground, and just wait and just look at them like, what is happening? Why is this happening?
They've come to eat you.
He's literally
I mean-
doing the dad on the porch with a shotgun.
Yep. I have 7 other weapons I could kill all of you with.
Is that what you're doing, Drectary?
You can try me. No, I have every weapon on me. I just have my axe.
Count as an
pointed down, and
intimidation
I'm
check.
I'm just leaning against it. I'm just waiting to see what happens. Just watching them all.
I mean, fair enough. So,
If any of them get within 30 feet, though, I'm throwing an axe at the ground in front of one of them.
sure. You don't even need to do anything weird. Doesn't take too long before both groups approach you all from both sides, and they seem more than happy to just stay their distance. And you see from the east, the group of humans, you do recognize one. That one human you recognize is the tavern keep that you had talked to the day prior, before setting out here.
The one we terrified with the pies.
No. The one that told you about the half the city being teleported away and all that nonsense.
The second one we talked to.
The third
Maybe a
one.
third. I was hopped up on caffeine. I can't remember.
Yeah, the third one you talked to, who also said that the ruins is kind of like a tourist attraction, more or less, and that it was flying and such, and you could go over and pay some silver shillings on the telescope thing to look at it.
Oh.
Everybody
Oh.
paid a silver shilling.
And from the other side, a bunch of gnomes, none of whom you recognize. So they all approach, and seemingly there seems to be a moment where they both stop, look at each other, but then there's a brief glance of understanding between them, and they both groups lay their eyes on you, who are there just resting.
Good morning. Can we help you in some way?
You were around town yesterday, weren't you? Looking for
Perhaps.
these here ruins from the town.
My answer depends on what your next sentence is.
You know that is a rhetorical question. I know it is you.
Uh-huh. Like I asked, what can we do to help you?
Well, we are pondering and wondering just what happened here. How
Oh, the
come
ruins.
the city fell down? What did you do?
Oh. Probably solve the puzzle.
The puzzle.
There was a magical disturbance here that needed to be taken care of.
Before any of abyssal creatures showed up.
It could have been worse.
Well, I don't know what exactly you're talking about, but so the debris falling down. You did this, right?
I mean, indirectly, sort of.
No.
What do you mean? No.
We had
Yes.
nothing to do with this.
These debris have been floating here for decades. Then you come along, and out of nowhere, they just fall down. And you
It's
want
not our fault you didn't maintain your floating debris.
Yeah, maybe you should keep a better job at uptaking it.
and you see that some of the gnomes, they're like kind of just with their arms crossed, just paying attention to the conversation. But some of the gnomes, they start kind of walking towards the ruins with some, and they kind of start talking to one another. And from what they're gathering in their head, like books and wands and material components, it seems like they're about to start casting some spells in it. And the human who's leading this party, this group that you're talking to, it just points off towards the gnome and says, "Hey, you there! Don't even dare get closer to those ruins. All that's there is ours. It's from our city, and you're not taking a single brick without our say-so." The gnomes just start,
leave.
"But this just fell over. It belongs to nobody. Hasn't belonged to anybody in decades. Besides, there's magic here, and as far as I know, none of you understand a single slick about magic. So, are you sure you want to just put your hands in there? Without knowing what you're poking in?" And the human kind of looks at the gnomes and then looks back at your group and says, is there any magic left over?"
Could be. Who's to say magic sticks around for a long time, does it not?
So, you don't know what you have done at all, but you definitely did do something. And you know what? I think you're going to stay here for a while. We need to sort the situation out, and nobody understands what's going on, so you might as well stay for a while and help us figure this out.
I don't see the logic in that. We really must be urgently going elsewhere.
What do you mean you don't see the logic? This was part of our city. It was teleported away forever ago. Now it's been here, untouched, until you came along. What's to say you didn't steal anything from the old houses in there?
Why would we want anything of yours? What would even be the point in taking that?
I'm not even sure who you all are.
I don't care who you all are, personally.
Oh, sure, the innocent bystander sitting there doing nothing. Sure, they're the ones you want to confiscate.
Are you pointing to the gnomes as you say this, Clarice?
Oh my god. Sure.
And the human just keeps going, "We are just people of Edrarabs. This was part of our city, and those gnomes, they've been looking for getting it for a while now."
Well, you should probably get ahead of them then, because it looks like they're still kind of going that direction.
Oh, look, I think they're digging through the rubble now.
Oh no, look at them go, with little tiny hands.
They can get into all the places you cannot reach because you are 3 times their size. It would be most unfortunate if you were to miss out on your family's belongings.
All of the gnomes that were going towards the ruins, they have stopped to once they were addressed, and now they're all like kind of looking at all of you, just going like, "What the fuck?" to one another.
Either way, we really don't necessarily have days to waste. Hours even. Every minute counts. So,
Oh, so this is what you do. You just come along, wreck things up, and then you just leave.
I would say that it was already wrecked before we got here, given it was a floating mass of spinning rocks, but...
Yeah, no, this place, I'm sorry, this place was fucked. Listen, I know magic. This was indeed magic, but, you know, at any moment, one of those could just, like, fell on your head. You know, I'd say you should take your belongings, maybe count your blessings, kind of thing. I mean, this place is fucking dangerous. Where's OSHA here? I mean, my god, we almost got beamed by one of those there. Poor Noldra over there almost got hit in the head. Isn't that right, Noldra?
5 more minutes.
Yeah, see?
Still
Look, like she's resting. Still forgot about that.
Well, Noldra and Drakejaw are currently just like in a cuddle pile and a bunch of blankets.
We can't drag them, can we?
No.
Okay.
The human, he takes a very long look at all four of you. Well, if that's so, then I'll make sure the authorities hear of this. And he kind of...
Your border disputes are your own issue. You should probably go to the authorities in the first place if you want to claim this as your land.
This
Oh, yeah,
is
it
our
seems like
land.
And also, I would just like to let you know, just again, this could have been significantly worse. There could have been all sorts of other creatures just lurking about. It's pretty empty, though.
Yeah, that's another thing. What's up with the gnomes? I mean, if y'all got like, legal legislation or something, what's up with the gnomes over there,
They are from Kettle, the city west of here.
Okay. Okay, so why not call the authorities on the ones that are, currently going through your stuff?
Or think about it, rather.
I see how it is. Well then, fine. If you're just going to come around, break stuff, and just leave, pretend it's not any of your problem, then so be it. Leave. But don't you ever come back to Edra Rabs.
Well, you'll thank us later. If you
Oh,
don't
sweetie,
know it.
that's fine by us. Sweetie. What do I say, sweetie?
Just knock on Falcon's head, be like, did something get knocked loose during all of the last day? What is going on with you?
I am dying.
You are
I am
sounding
dying.
like an 80-year-old woman.
So I heard a lot of names. I'm having a rough day.
So
Well, you've been having a rough week, let's be real.
the human turns around and kind of directs his group. They all go towards the debris and they start kind of having a little bit of an argument with the gnomes. But at this point, they're just too far for you to really discern what they are saying. But you take this opportunity, I imagine, to get Noldro's tent and pack your things and go.
Oldro, we gotta go. These guys are gonna get pissed off at us real fast.
All right.
You can nap later.
Noldra just kind of drags herself out of her bed, and the Drake pulls itself up, and they collect their things, and shortly they're good to go.
Sure.
The Drake comes over to Falcon, offering a ride.
Ragdolls onto the back of the Drake.
Should probably at least hold on. You're going to fall off.
Unbeknownst to you, a little nap was everything you guys needed. But sure, you
Well,
all get your things, get on your mount, and you start going forwards wherever to, is my question.
Right to Ed Robs.
yeah,
Exactly.
Rabs.
Exactly
Well,
what it
they're
told us
there.
not
They're
to
not
go.
gonna stop us. Like, they're busy. We can just go there and skedoodle.
Sure. Alright.
Hell yeah. Skedaddle.
Skedoodle.
Maybe we'll just make for the road a little south of the town, and then
Yeah.
head back south, and maybe get back to Shan't Get Nat.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's probably for the best.
This is a good question. What are we doing? What is plan?
Should probably get back to Shan't Get Nat. I imagine that letter will probably come through soon.
Well, they did say it would just find us. Who knows? It could be weeks from now.
Well, it's either that or we use the... Was it a flute? I forgot. It was a flute, right?
Loot
A lute.
that
Loot.
Calaris has on his
We could-
inventory.
You could use the lute to see if we can locate another remnant. But I
Also-
believe probably be best before we do that. We should probably find a good place to rest up.
You also
Falcon.
know a
Go ahead.
place where there is one.
Do we?
Yes.
Beyond this one? I mean, technically, we know where like 3 more are, but
Yeah.
No,
true.
there is another one. Don't you remember when you read the note that was in the Studioso that ambushed you?
I don't remember, but Noldra probably remembers.
Sure. The notes that apparently was in a diary that belonged to Couture said that that after they were done there, that like you guys were done there, on top of the mountain, that you were going to go to the monastery in Kimbalarag next.
oh, that's right.
Kimbalarag, where was that again?
That's in the west.
Reachable by
Well,
train.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right over there.
Oh, yes, we have to get off at Boston.
yeah, west of Canton. Still in
Of
Canton.
course.
Tools. Foster.
Boston. Next to Cockenden, I didn't see that.
Can we
I
get some
love
Boston
Cockenden.
beans?
I love Cockenden. Anyway,
It's just a road trip.
Well, then let's make our way back down to L Town and then take the train.
Please say that Boston baked beans are a thing.
Foster baked beans. God dang it. Yeah, let's do that. It's good plan to me. I like it.
Let's go, Falcor.
Never-ending story.
The Drake just snorts and starts trotting along.
All right.
Never ending story.
So how be marching? Normal march or fast march or slow march?
I don't think we could do a fast march. Are you okay, Mildred?
Normal.
Well, I'm carrying this one. I can't go as fast.
Well, I mean, he weighs like 5 pounds. He's fine.
Listen.
He's
If there's
one
more
of
that
those-
restricts movement, then wait.
Just because you need everything big, Drac.
What?
I think my items do way more than me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they probably do.
How does that even make sense?
Magic.
No.
Magic.
You're not that light. Or rather,
Hope I'm not.
I don't think Falcon is that light. On your D&D Beyond character sheet, I think you did put in your weight, but it was like something along the 200 pounds or
Yeah, I
something.
think
That sounds about right for
Dragonborn,
a Dragonborn. Even a lanky Dragonborn's gonna weigh a decent amount.
The dragon blood.
Dragonborn.
God.
Next D&D character if Noldra dies.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Whatever you do,
I'm
don't let
following
Nolder
this
die.
the whole time. Hey guys.
Never let
Yes.
Oh no.
Yes, join me.
Are you making the Karen?
die. If she dies, we have to resurrect her immediately.
It's not Karen. That's like a snorting double D or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I broke the necromantic staff. I don't know how we would.
There are ways.
Expensive ways.
Anyway, marching south.
Alright.
None
So,
really good.
no-
Heading for L Town.
L-Town.
Normal march. Marching 24 miles. It gets you over here.
We're gonna be here a while.
As you start making your way down south towards L-Town. So, Noldra, you're leading the party, I believe.
Probably.
Alright. What
We're going through the wilderness then.
through the plains, yeah. So, give me another number on the D20.
Sure, we're gonna go with 14 again.
14 again, oh, I see.
Close.
Nope. Like as you want, nothing particularly interesting or weird happens. It's a very, very, very boring walk throughout the plains. You can see just... It doesn't take too long before all of the discussion between the humans and the gnomes kind of drowns out by the distance, and then you just keep walking through the plains. And for a moment, you were wondering, like, how did the Studiosi never found this floating debris is here. But then after a whole day walking and still being in the middle of nowhere, you realize that, oh yeah, this place is far. And these towns
from
are
the,
tiny.
They're from the abyss.
As far as you know, yeah. But
Their
then,
searching skills must be abysmal.
and then throughout the evening, as you're finishing up your march, ooh, close but no cigar, nothing else happens. You settle down all of your things to make for camp yet again. And you can see that all throughout the journey, even though Nodra is going ahead and just guiding the party through the wilderness as always, all of you can notice that Nodra is still, both Nodra and the Drake Nodra, every now and then they kind of twitch a little bit. As a kind of a reflex reaction from the coffee withdrawal. And at the end of the day, there is camp, and after camp, there is sleepy's times. I would say.
Sleepy time. Sleepy time.
So, throughout the evening, or rather the night, as you guys are resting and sleeping, nothing happens. What a boring day.
Stop taking such long pauses. Make me worry.
I need to roll and see if I roll an 18 or higher. Then something happens. I can't generate an encounter on the fly. So, everyone does a long rest, and morning comes by.
Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saves.
Constitution saving throw for Falcon, Calaris, and Noldra.
Oh my god, look at these dudes.
Natural
I told
20.
you.
Wow.
And yeah,
Told
see, yeah,
you.
told you, only got one.
Fuck.
It's 10.
Well, you needed
And
a 10 on that D10 to make it.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I mean, it's
That's
possible. Worth it. Worth
It's
trying.
possible,
but-
sure.
Of
but-
course, yeah, 1 out of 10.
I mean, it is possible, but still. So, Drac and Falcon, both of you are completely done with the coffee withdrawal. You no longer feel its evil effects upon your bodies. Evil. It's just coffee.
I would say it's an evil effect if I'm
That is
my
an evil
God.
effect. Coffee,
Doug,
coffee
what
is,
did I drink?
Coffee is
coffee
evil.
is coffee is evil. It is the lifeblood of all that is wrong in the world.
What was the name of that type of coffee again? It was like
Abyssal,
abyssal something.
abyssal coffee.
Yeah, so I
Start
would say
getting
that
political.
evil is true in this
Yeah.
scenario.
Dude, it probably comes from the abyss.
Oh my
Straight up, it's
God.
probably just made of Stagiosi blood or something.
Ooh.
Good shit, though.
That's the good shit.
However, Calaris, you are still one level of exhaustion.
Yeah. I got it.
Do I not get an extra level of exhaustion?
No, because you made the save, you don't get the exhaustion, and you are one save down the line of getting rid of your addiction.
Yay!
We just
So,
need to like have a detox day.
I was gonna say, why don't we hit up this El Hethios town? Maybe you all can focus on not failing Constitution saves.
I thought your constitution
I'm pretty fine going. Sometimes I might need a little bit of a extra rest in the morning, but other than that, it is of no concern.
Well, that is fair. I'm more concerned about poor little Colaris over here.
Sounds like a skill issue.
I'm sorry, Noldra, what?
Okay.
That was savage.
How much do you? How much damage is that?
So violent.
Strategic psychic damage.
I actually
It's like 6 in the morning.
I wasn't looking at what you guys. I wasn't paying attention to what you said, so I missed it. So no psychic damage gets dealt. I suppose.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Uh,
So your plan is to make your way to Eliatius.
Mainly because it's 21 miles away.
yeah, may as well hit it up.
All
We're
right.
basically just going on a sightseeing tour of this half of this country.
Yeah.
This is like Final
And
Fantasy.
tools are so
15.
beautiful this time of year.
It is actually pretty nice.
All right. So as you keep on journeying through the plains, are we sticking with 14, Uldra?
Sure, yeah. Let's keep going with 14.
All right. Were you going to say something?
Oh, no, I was just gonna joke that, oh, yeah, all no just sightseeing, you know.
Yeah.
Human Ultra just pulls out a DSLR and just starts snapping pictures. Holding the camera upside down, you know, because she's blind.
This is going to do numbers on the gram.
They look poor again.
All right. So
The gram go forget it.
Stop it.
what?
Job.
What?
Do it for the gram.
All right, if you say so. So, all of you guys get close to the city of Eliatius. And just as you start to get close, all of you start to feel this, some kind of effect, both on the air and on yourselves, as you approach the city. And you can clearly tell that there's some manner of magicry going on. And it's not just specific to an object or someone cast a spell on you. The whole area that you're currently in seems to be magicked.
Oh.
As you get closer and closer to the city, you all start to feel kind of a little bit thirsty. And then you realize that, oh, we've been traveling for a while, we kind of probably need water.
Good berry.
Not coffee.
Good berry. No more coffee. No one gets to drink coffee ever again.
And
I could use a cup.
Noldra, even though you think of good berry, you also think, but maybe there's something tastier in that city. Just as a matter of fact, I am going to ask everyone to go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw. DC
Oh.
12.
Oh boy. Okay.
I guess what's worse than Constitution?
Inspired. Okay.
Here's the thing, though. It's only when you roll con saves that you suck at it.
Am I not supposed
I-
to...
Having a fit.
Not you.
I'm
Be
still
quiet,
having a
Mr.
fit.
+6.
Listen.
18?
Alright. All of you shake your heads and you're like, no, what is this? Why is this? And then you just kind of shake your heads about and you refocus as a group, look at one another, think back to your last adventure with drinking liquids over at other places, and you vouch never again. And yet there is still this kind of aura in the air that just kind of makes you feel a little bit thirsty, and it's you have to make a conscious effort to resist. And you ponder and wonder that there's something odd going on as you approach the city of Eliatius.
Anybody else feel strangely cottonmouth?
There's something strange going on here.
Let's get down to business, gang.
What it What's wrong with your accent? What happened with?
I'm still dying.
Nobody is. Your accent does not change when you die. I would
Perhaps
know.
maybe we should change those bandages on your face. Maybe they're not
Onward,
good anymore.
Falcor. Let's go fuck him up.
I picked Falcon off of the Drake, put him on my shoulder, and I go, "All right, it's time for you to shut up for a little bit. Let's go find a tavern where he can sleep forever. I mean, 3 days."
Mm.
Alright. So you go into the city of Elitius. It's kinda small. Very small. Very small. And in fact, there is a traveler's lodge in there. The Hallowed Lodge, they call it. It seems to be the only drinking place around. And by golly, for how small the city is and for how small-ish the place is, there's a bunch of people there. Everyone's drinking heavily. And then when you guys come in, the people of this town, they all just cheer mostly. Especially the people in the tavern. They just cheer as you come in, and you see this female elven lady. She comes over to all of you. Oh, I don't think you're going to fit. Would you like to order something and I'll bring it here outside?
I'll be fine. We are mostly here for a bit of rest. That is all.
Rest? Oh, I see. Are you travelers?
Quite well traveled too.
Very well then. So I imagine you're going to be staying the night, all 4 of you?
Yeah, I'll find somewhere.
Very
Out
well
of the
then.
way-ish.
Okay, if you're taking up lodgings, it'll be 1 golden pound per person.
Sounds good. Sounds reasonable.
Very well then. Also, might I interest you all in a glass of wine?
Squint.
Insight check.
Alright, go for it.
Oh no.
I'm so sus of this entire place.
I don't like it either. Okay.
Okay, maybe you like it.
I like it a little bit, but not that
Yeah.
much.
Not that much.
About 29 for an
Get
with an
out.
actual 20.
Stop it with the fucking +9. Get out of here.
You definitely feel that there's some more insidious reason for why she's offering wine other than, making a profit.
We're good for now.
Very well then. I shall take you to your lodgings then, if you don't mind.
Noldra just nods. The Drake is going to stay outside, as per usual, with Drac.
Mm-hmm.
Dragons sleep outdoors.
Oh. Certainly makes you feel Miss Madeleine, doesn't it?
This is the entire continent up there, maybe.
Makes a wish for a nuclear winter.
You need to go to sleep. Clearly, go get that exhaustion off you. It's making you weird.
So all of you then make your way to the. You allow yourselves to be led by the elven lady as she guides you all to your bedrooms. By all, I mean clearly only Falcon, Calaris, and Noldra.
3 out of 4.
Out of 5 if you count the Drake Noldra.
Technically.
She leads you to your rooms, and as far as rooms go, they're kind of simple and small. There's not much going on, and you gather this is a small countryside town. There's not much going on here. But that aside, once you are shown to your rooms, you all can take the evening to do whatever it is that you guys want to do, or just skip ahead until, the morning.
There's something very strange about this place. I don't like it.
Yeah. Not a fan.
Don't drink anything. Ideally, don't eat anything. Let's leave in the morning.
Should we investigate the place first and maybe see if there's anything up?
Are you sure you want to do that in your condition?
Well, it's not often you come across some sort of weird, mind fuckery kind of magic going on, so hey, you never know.
Very well, we could maybe go look around. This is relayed to Drac via Dracophone.
Mm-hmm. Dracophone.
Dracophone.
Again, we are on a time limit for the trial. If this isn't super impertinent, I don't think we should be wasting any time with it.
I mean, would you rather waste more time and go to bed?
Speak it in
Yes.
mouth and be like, what if these people are in trouble?
Human Uldred will mimic that for the rest of the group.
Well, if they're in trouble, goody two shoes.
I'm all for helping people, but you're correct. We are on a time limit.
It's your trial. I'll follow your lead.
I am outside.
I guess I'll leave this up to Drac.
I agree.
Oh.
We'll leave it up to Drac.
Oh my god.
Let's put all the burden on him.
If everything goes wrong, remember, it's his fault.
Hey, Drac, you want to do a side quest?
We've literally only been doing side quests since we got here.
Yeah, I know.
Literally all we've been doing.
It's fun. It's fun.
We have an actual goal that we need to achieve right now.
Listen. We need to also get my, magical goopal boopal doos.
The magic
While we-
gabagoo?
Yeah, we need to do
The
those.
magic gabagoo. I understand.
Maybe.
But
Yeah,
when we
you
get to
get
this
me.
monastery, everyone's gonna be dead.
So glad you get me.
I hate you so much.
Well, fearless leader, what do we do?
Do not call me that. Don't do that. You all go to sleep. I will spend 2 more hours thinking about it while I watch people.
Yes, fearless leader.
I will
Sleeping for
swear to
2
God,
hours?
I will. I
Well,
will come
fearless
through the
leader.
wall. I will beat the hell out of you.
Please do.
Please don't do that. We can't afford it.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
I want to end everyone. I will stay up as if taking a first watch and just observe people in the town. And basically, I just want to see if everyone is just like permanently drunk and constantly drinking, or if the tavern even closes. Honestly.
Noldra and the Drake will also stay up for like the equivalent of a watch.
Fair enough. You do stay up for a while, looking around to see if anyone does any shady shenanigery. I would like perception checks from the both of you, please.
Perception.
Oh no!
I can't even see the one on that
I
dice.
can't either. That's how bad it is.
Damn.
I'm
It's
gonna use
okay.
my
I got
point
you.
of-
I got you with a 31.
I'm gonna use my point of
Right.
inspiration.
Does a 31 hit?
Say the line. No, it doesn't. I'm gonna use a point of inspiration to reroll as fuck that.
That's much better.
All right. Yes, both of you do see that. Indeed, the tavern does not close. People seem to be drunk all the time, and if they're not drunk, they're drinking. And but what really gets your attention is that eventually, later in the evening, you do see someone coming into town. Much later in the evening. And this person, as they kind of they seem to just be coming around with like a bag, and they go over to the elven lady once he recognizes her, and they start to talk at length with one another. Thanks to your high perceptions, you are able to get a thing or two. of what they're saying. They're pretty much just whispering to one another, but not that soft a whisper. And it would seem like they're in cohorts. This random traveler is not that random. It seems to be someone from Adriri Rabs, who's here to warn the people of Elitius about a certain traveling group of adventurers.
Oh no.
Oh.
And also that he is going to be making his way to Mayatir in the morning to also let them know about it. And the whole northern side of the Ganata Hills and the Shintgitnet Forest, all those cities. He's just doing the tour.
I wonder what his AC is.
Let's say we should jump him.
Noldra starts screwing a suppressor onto the end of her rifle.
Oh my god.
Take the shot.
How far away is this guy?
Not far enough.
Within
This is like-
crusading distance.
You're within crusading distance.
I was talking a lot of bad shit for someone in crusading distance.
Oh.
Terrible.
He's staying the night. Just throwing that out there.
And the elven lady says oh, coincidence, they have been here, they are staying here. And as soon as she says that, the guy says something along the lines of, "Oh, but have they drank in the wine or something?" And she says, "No, but I'll try again tomorrow before they leave or something." And then the guy's like, "Okay, let's see what we can do about them." And then they go elsewhere to start planning or plotting or just talk to one another.
I mean, this entire side of this country has some kind of crazy plot going on.
Everyone hates us. They don't understand the good we're doing. I give Drake that look of like, you have to be fucking kidding me. And just,
Well, that's a little problematic.
well, just, let everyone else know. We'll deal with it in the morning.
They're asleep.
Well, tell them in the morning.
I will.
I go to sleep with my axe in my hands.
Sure. All of you go.
The Drake curls up next to your side.
Just in case.
Just in case. Always good
Since
to
I
have
probably
that.
just found like a behind the building space to like lean against the wall and sleep.
So I imagine all of you are taking extra precautions as you guys sleep through the evening in here.
I sure am.
All
Well,
right.
I don't know about the rest of these dudes.
Okay.
I mean, I'm KO'd with exhaustion, so I don't know. I don't know nothing. I'm just sleeping as soundly as I can.
Okay. So,
Just-
Nodra, what number should we roll for this evening?
Let's go with 11.
11. All right. No, it's a 5. Cool.
Neat.
I will be needing everyone. Actually, Drekdaring and Noldrich make me perception checks, and Falcon and Calaris should make me perception checks with disadvantage.
Neat.
Specifically, are you asking the Drake or are you asking Human Noldra?
A human Noldra.
Human Noldra? Okay.
I roll that with disadvantage better than I rolled Constitution with advantage.
Wow.
28.
All right. So, as best as you can tell, none of you are accosted in any way, shape, or form. The evening goes by, and when you wake up, immediately you just check your surroundings to see if you're still where you went to sleep at. And apparently you are. Nobody moved you off to any weird dungeons or whatever. And yeah, you're pretty much just good. You kind of comfort with one another using the hotline bling, the Drake phone,
Yep.
to communicate with one another. Noldra, you do see Falcon and Calaris just coming out of their rooms, or being coerced to come out of the rooms, I guess, because we didn't make your Constitution saving throw, boys.
Oh yeah. Let's
Okay.
do it.
Calaris and Noldra.
Rip.
Excellent.
Oh, do we long rest?
Hey!
I'm using my inspiration.
Sure. Yeah, this is the.
Wow.
Oh no.
Oh no. Meant
Ouch.
to be that way.
You do long rest, yes.
Okay, just want to double check.
Noldra, you get your 1 level of exhaustion from coffee withdrawal.
Spend an extra hour.
Sure. You spend an extra hour here, during which I imagine all of you guys kind of get together, just waiting for Noldra and to calm down, to supply you all with good berries instead of eating the food here, right?
Yep.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough.
What's the plan? Are we actually doing something about this, or are we leaving?
Well, given, what just happened, and that whole little conversation we overheard last night, is probably not a bad idea to just start get going.
Could always come back.
Yeah. And
Also, just before you move on, Falcon, I will need you to go ahead and roll me a d6.
Okay.
Alright.
4.
it's the worst number.
Is it?
I don't know.
What's wrong with 4?
Actually, depends on the culture.
Fair enough. Okay, yeah, all of you gather up, and what's up next?
It's weird here, but
We leave.
I think we leave. I think we just go straight south.
I've been for living the whole time, so let's get going.
As much as
Onward to the next ball.
as much as I feel really weird about walking away from this, we leave.
Okay,
Noldra spends a spell and uses Goodberry to feed everybody.
sure. Wise. Okay, then off to L Town it is. I assume.
Yep.
Okay. Normal march, fast march, slow march. How we're doing?
Normal.
All right.
I don't think in a fast march we would even be able to make it there, anyways. So
Fast march would be 30 miles.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's farther than that.
By about
Yep.
10.
So may as well just do 2 regular days.
Yep.
All right. So the party walks.
They walk.
We walk.
And
I'm walking here.
I'm walking here.
as the party is moving around and about, what number are we going with, Noldra?
We're gonna go with 11 again.
All right. Instead, it is a 3. As you're going. By the way, Falcon, you are down 1 level of exhaustion. Down to 1.
Okay.
You're still tired, still kind of not back to full performance, but you do your best to keep on going. And at some time, the party eventually decides, maybe you should, give it a try and walk just for a little while to give a rest to the Drake. Then you get off the Drake and start walking, but eventually it becomes clear to everyone that you're still tired and you probably should be riding the Drake, because you do end up kind of tripping and falling on the ground. All of your things spill out in front of you in the plains from your backpack and slowly and methodically start putting things together until you realize that one of your items is missing.
Son of a bitch.
Someone's gonna die.
What are you missing? Why are you freaking out?
I'm looking. I still have my Pearl of Power. I still have my Prescience. Still have my...
If you don't remember it, it probably was not important.
They took my hat.
Your hat?
They took my hat.
The one that lets you speak languages.
The Comprehend Languages hat, yes.
How much do you care about it?
Enough to a degree that I hold a grudge.
Do you want to turn
Wait,
around?
who took your hat?
They took my hat.
Probably the town we were just at.
They took my hat.
Look, it was a very ugly hat, let us be fair.
It was an ugly hat that allowed us to not have to cast the tongue spell.
Well, yes, sure. But again, do we want to turn around and waste like 3 days?
No, I already know Comprehend Languages.
I am sorry for your head. We can hold like a vigil or something for your lost hat.
Thank you.
That was sarcasm.
I felt
We're not
bad
going
about
to
it.
do that. It is just a hat. You can probably make one.
Yeah, no, but that hat's kind of like, not from this period.
Maybe it will cause them to die because of that.
Actually, that's probably not a bad idea in hindsight.
Maybe we should just let things go the way they have gone.
I will not answer any more combustions.
Yeah.
Perhaps they'll come back and the entire town will be in ruin in a complete desolate landscape. In the dead center will just be a single chair with your hat on it.
Oof. That
You
is
know?
morbid, but
That's something to look forward to.
I wasn't going to go that far, but get back on Drake's back, please. I don't
They
want to
took
carry
my
you in.
hat.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah, okay. I climb back on the Drake's back.
All the rest of us have all of our shit, right?
Yes. Like it or not, Falcon is the one who rolled the lowest perception. And boy, did he have some things he could lose.
Uh-huh. If it was a Pearl of Power, I was gonna turn our ass around right now.
Oh no, we would be set to kill. I will burn that city to ash.
Oh gosh.
But no, fortunately, nothing weird goes on with those with anyone else. Whatever weird intentions that town had, they didn't harm you. They did take something from you, but they didn't harm you. And in the end, isn't that what matters?
Eh,
It's about
probably
intent.
we'll harm them on our way back.
Yeah, we'll
Sure.
be back.
Okay, so you keep on traveling until the end of the day. After feeling the exhaustion in your feet, you finally sit down to rest, set up camp, and rest for the evening. Is there anything you guys want to do for the evening, or are we skipping ahead once again to another delicious
we're-
roll?
I think we're just going.
All right. So, for the evening, fun, nothing happens. Lucky you all. And
Hooray!
in the lovely ass morning, once again, I will be needing Calaris and Noldra to be making a saving throw because it's been a week. The DC has lowered to 10.
Disappointment.
Oh no.
Disappointment. Alright, he got it.
Also, since it's been a week, do I still have a level of exhaustion?
No, because you succeeded. This every time you do a long rest, you should have been losing that. But then you get it. You get it again in the morning because of addiction. In any case, you did do your third saving throw, so you're cured of your addiction, Calaris. Congratulations, you have beat it.
Finally.
You
Just an ultra now, which makes sense because considering it's two bodies that are addicted, not just one.
yeah. Two bodies drowned in coffee.
Boy, you look dehydrated.
But like I said, because it's been
I do need some water.
because it has been a week, the DC has lowered to 10. Should help.
Hopefully.
So Noldra, are you short resting again?
Yep, absolutely. Taking an extra hour.
1 more hour.
No exhaustion for me.
And after 1 hour of doing the whole routine of setting up camp again, I believe that was the last of your exhaustion level gone, Falcon? With this last long rest?
Yeah, I believe I am good now.
Okay. So with that gone and out of the way, the remainder of the day, or rather the remainder of the morning, is spent with you guys spending the next 5 hours to get to L-Town.
L-Town.
Alright, you arrive there about 2 in the afternoon-ish.
Can we catch a train right away?
First, yeah, there's nothing weird that happens on the road, or rather in the wilderness. But yeah, as soon as you arrive, you can catch a train right away. There is some people here who recognize some of you from the ambush with the Studiosi that happened a week or so ago. But furthermore, people pretty much just let you be. You can see that the whole tavern that was partially destroyed is kind of still being repaired, but the other side of the tavern is still serving drinks and operating normally. Some of the tables have been set outside, but aside from that, the life in this city has returned to normal without the Studiosi scare. And should you be interested in it, there is a train leaving right away.
Get on the train.
Now!
Now get on the train.
Get on the train now.
No clips into the train.
Well, even when you're not under coffee withdrawal or exhaustion, you're still weird.
That's his normal, though. Let's be real.
Listen,
He's a
I
very
merely
strange
enjoy
person.
my company with people I enjoy.
Sure. So, are you
Right.
once again the time-old question? Are you traveling third class, second class, or first class?
Hi, I'm in the cargo train.
That'll be third class for you then.
The Drake will sneak onto the train after it gets going.
Sure.
How much
So I
time
think-
do I even have?
Unless I never asked, does the train have a no pet policy?
Um,
I assumed it did.
not particularly, but like one thing is a pet and another thing is a mount.
Does it have a no mount policy?
Yeah, I mean the Drake is just too large.
I'll do second class.
Then the Drake will sneak onto the train after it gets going again.
Sure.
It's in the typical fashion.
All right, fair enough.
And Human Noldra will join the other two in second class.
Where were those prices? There they are.
Yeah, I put them in the map now to make things convenient.
Yeah.
So, Clarice and Falcon are doing second class, right?
Yep.
All right, so that'll be 330 miles, so that's 330 silver shillings. Or
Which is
33 gold.
32.
Okay, 33 gold it is then.
Half of that
I'd
if
have-
you're traveling third class.
How are we paying Colors?
I already
I
paid.
paid out of my pocket.
Yeah, I paid
Oh,
out of
no.
my
We
pocket.
actually
I
have
was-
money now.
I was
There's a
just making
bunch of-
sure. Just doing math.
There is a bunch of money in the bag of holding, though.
Which is on me. Very much. To be fair, most of that money is copper. It's not really that much money.
Most of that money is copper. Do you need me to?
To Boston.
So, Drekdarian, have you paid for your passage?
I'm doing mental math.
It should be
suffering.
half of 30.
16 and a half.
Yeah, half of 33 gold for third class.
106.5.
Calaris and
It would,
Falcon.
it would just be 16 gold.
I got it.
I got mine.
Fine.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so if everyone paid for their passage, once again you see the the whoever comes in and stamps your tickets, hands them to you, Lurera to Buster, then off you go. All of you get in, Drekdarian in the cargo hold, only place big enough that can actually fit this dragon boy.
As soon as the train is a decent ways out of town, the Drake will
Yeah, it will do
fly in.
a flyby and get inside the cargo hold that Drekdarian helpfully keeps open to make sure that he can land. And then, slowly but surely, all of you start traveling through the countryside, quickly approaching the abyss. Except that you stop, making several stops along the way. You do stop in Bolster. And once there, you all disembark, because the train people, they come by checking everyone's tickets. This kind of kicking from the train the people that wouldn't be allowed to continue, even though some little rascals are trying to do that. But everyone else who would disembark in Bolster disembarks in Bolster. And you do see that there are some people here that are like carrying their arcane spell books, but also a book with like moving pictures, and they open up this book to show the scenery around. Although you guys arrive at like 2 in the morning, you can kind of get some glimpses as this couple is kind of showing each other photos in their book of places around the region that they have been, specifically the monastery up in Kimbalarag.
That's our destination.
And they mention the trail that goes through Cockingdon and then all the way up to Kimbalarag. And they talk to one another, and they seem to try and find some time along their vacation itinerary to make time to go all the way over there. But that's them. What about you all?
Well, it's late. We walked a lot. Do we want to just see what this town's like? Find a place to sleep? Start up in the morning, or... It is quite late, so...
I don't mind investigating a bit before we go to bed.
We could see if anyone's heard rumors of, studios running around causing trouble.
At the speed of sound.
You could play the lute. We are in a completely different part of the country now, so...
This is true.
But that would also be a dinner bell.
Yes, it would. Don't we have a good idea of where this one is anyway?
I mean, yeah, but what if there is more? Anyway, we'll do it after we are sure that we won't kill everyone on accident.
Yes, do it in the middle of town. Brilliant.
It's fine. I mean, that's literally what happened at the other... Like, we did that in Shankagnat. I don't want you to huff and puff about it. We already did that once.
Yeah, but setting a net is big. They can take care of themselves.
Can they? I mean, really? Do you really think that? Come on, let's go find somewhere to rest. Maybe have a look around.
Sure. So, it becomes clear to all of you very fast that Bolster has a horrible, horrible, horrible smell.
Ah, it's just like Boston.
And
Smells like the ocean, but also sucks.
you kind of start trying to discover and find out why in the world does this town smell so bad, and you realize quickly that it's the whole healing potion commerce, or rather potions commerce. There's a big commerce of potions, and there's a lot of gardens with the biggest, wildest variety of plants, and lots of plants that apparently don't smell that nice. And also, even this late at night, 2 in the morning, there are so many alchemist shops that are just going full blast and chugging smoke out of their chimneys as they're cooking all kinds of potions. All of which contributes to make Bolster a very poorly smelling city.
We have to make potions, Jesse.
Man, I wish I knew what smell was.
We have to cook.
Come again?
What
Sorry.
did that fire that burned your face also take out your sense of smell?
Oh, no, I mean, I don't have a sense of smell IRL.
Oh, I thought you were talking in character.
I can pretend to know what that's like.
Pretending you're having a plate full of the worst tasting vegetables you can think of.
Smell is part of taste.
Beats.
And along with all of these foul-tasting vegetables, every now and then there is like a little olive or a little strawberry peppered in there, but mostly it's just, those salads that you are forced to eat, and not because you like it. Regardless,
Fair enough.
you're going to a tavern to sleep in for the night, I imagine.
Whatever looks like a tavern.
Sure.
Mhm.
Does not takes long before you see that there's a whole this big building that looks very unassuming except for a lot of lights, arcane lights kind of flickering on the outside of it. And then when you get a little bit closer, you see that it plays a little bit of an animation for an illusion, for lack of a better word, of a ranger standing on top of the rooftop, and it draws its bow, and then when it loses, the arrow kind of just flies towards you all, and as it does, it turns into a small draconic thing that serpentines all around you, and then flies all the way back towards the tavern, and does like some 3 laps around the tavern before it goes up into the sky and just dissipates into some arcane smoke. And as it dissipates, it forms the name the Ranger's Lizard.
Quaint.
It's fancy. Though I'd be afraid of doing that to mages.
What, you don't think it is entertaining?
Oh no. I think it's very entertaining. I'm more concerned about the people that have fireball ready.
Oh, not everyone is as jumpy as you, let us be real.
I'm not jumpy.
You are funny, though. That's a good joke.
Aw.
Well, you guys go get settled, I'll go find something.
I'm gonna go scry a spell scroll in the inn. I mean,
I will be right back.
You mean scribe?
What I say?
Said
Try.
scribe.
Which is a totally different verb.
Yeah, are
Or
you
tell the future using a crystal. Not entirely wrong.
Not wrong, but not right either.
No,
Yeah,
you-
it's not right.
you're not trying to divine a spell. You're just doing something else entirely. I imagine. I hope.
Just writing it down in my book. That's all I'm trying to do.
Sure. Scribe.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. So you make your way over to the Ranger's Lizard. They charge each and every one of you 1 gold for the evening. And I always forget how the money calculations for spell scribing goes, so you can figure that out for yourself, Falcon.
I shall do that right now.
Alright. But other than that, it's a very lovely evening staying here. You are, well, those of you who are staying in the tavern are welcomed by Rebels, a gnome who welcomes you in. Takes very good care of you all, kind of shows the room, show some of the midnight snacks that they have prepared for people arriving late in the night. And you can tell now, being here in Bolster and being there back in Myatir and Edrerabs, that those cities that are not in the main road along the train tracks, they don't function after the sun sets. As soon as the sun goes down, the entire city just kind of stops and closes. But all of those cities along the main road, they just keep on going.
Oh god, it's expensive. Okay.
Yes, scribing spells is expensive. Being a wizard is very expensive.
Yes,
Oh
it is.
yes, I love the economy.
It's going to cost me like 300 gold. It's fine.
Which is the advantage of being a specialist wizard, because then you can pay half the price to scribe spell scrolls.
Heck yeah.
But you're not a specialist wizard, you're a time mage.
Nope. I can only do chronergy, and there almost are no chronergy spells.
That's true.
There's
Wait, is
divination.
my bullshit spell listed as chronergy? It's not listed as anything. It's homebrew. Okay.
It's
That would make
divination,
sense.
like all other
Fuck.
chronology spells.
Is it divination? Are they really divination? Yeah, of course they're divination. No shit.
Yeah,
I Pathfinder's in my brain. I'm sorry.
you're okay, don't worry.
Brain full of wah 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 wah.
So, since I didn't imagine you guys are doing anything weird during the evening, that'll be it. All of you get to do a long rest.
Long rest.
Disgrace. I'll have you know every time I read your name, Tankia, I imagine the Smash announcer.
What?
The Smash announcer from, like, Smash.
Which name?
Your name. Like, Calaris Delmarov.
Colaris Delmarov!
Yeah,
God
it
damn it.
sounds like it, doesn't it?
It works.
Right? I'm not high.
You didn't need to defend that. No one thought you were.
Yeah.
Oh, they do, though.
No. No, I'm not.
I haven't done anything. I don't need to take the real long rest.
I'm back.
Welcome, Bork. You
Thank you.
can now make a long rest.
I don't think I used anything, but I will hit the button just in case.
I mean,
Oh,
Used it
what's
good.
that?
what I mean by that is that you have to make your Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
Yeah.
DC 10.
I believe in you. Oh my god!
Failure.
Please!
Hey, guess what?
Aha.
Now it's an 11!
Yay!
Hey! 11 does it. Noldra, this is your second successful Constitution saving throw. Just one more and you'll be done with your addiction.
Thank God.
Very good.
Alright, so as all of you get up in the morning, Rebels, the tavern keep, comes back, offers you food for the morning, if you're having anything, and then seem to recall you guys were going to ask around for stuff.
Do some investigation.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on my spell scroll while they do that.
Sure.
Says the one who wanted to do the investigating in the first place.
Listen, we all gotta find time for our needs, Colaris.
Hold on, are you scribing the spell now in the morning?
Well, I'm learning, copying it down. Yes.
Alright, because I believe it's
Or
like
was that?
1 hour per level of the spell?
Yep.
Oh, so you're gonna be stuck here for a few hours. 6 at least, I believe.
It's like a minute. It's like a hot minute. It's like a zesty.
All the rest of us go ask around.
What level is the spell you're learning?
6.
Then we're gonna be here for 6 hours.
Oh no, for each level of the spell, the process takes 2 hours. So you're
I'd
gonna
say
be
it's
12
not
hours.
1 hour. It's 12
It's-
hours.
Yeah, fair.
gonna be here for half a day.
Is that okay? Is that okay?
It's to make you better at murdering or helping, so...
It's not, is it?
We can go gather information while you're doing that.
Okay.
Shall I leave the Drake? Shall I leave the Drake with you just in case?
It does say I don't have to do it like it
don't have
does
to-
say I have to do it in one shot.
No,
I
you
could always
can
just
spread out the time if you want. So, just we'll like tramps around for an hour or two, and we'll come get you.
okay.
I mean, scribing spell is usually something that you do in downtime and not as you're trudging around in the...
Can I knock out 2 hours before we slept then?
Shh, no. Because...
No,
You have been stopped.
no.
You guys arrived here like 2 in the morning, you took your 6 hours of long rest, and it's 8...
Okay.
8:20 in the morning, so you can stay and knock 2 hours off of it while everyone go around town asking for stuff. But you just didn't have the time to write it down last night.
We need to go find someone to exchange these coins.
Yeah, currency exchange would be a good idea. I hate that I just have a ton of copper in this bag of holding. I also might actually switch my armor out because as much as I am attached to this, adamantine plate, which is helpful, it kind of does look not quite as becoming on me as I would like.
It is also damaged and has been
Yeah.
for over a month now.
Yeah, so it might be time.
Oh, they grow so fast.
Don't
Noldra just gives you a very motherly smile.
don't patronize me. I'm gonna go change. I'll be right back.
Oh, does someone need help with his blast plate?
Actually, yes, if you want to help. I can't reach half of these buckles anymore. Fuck you, Polaris.
I'm gonna go help Drac.
Sure.
The other one's made of leather, it's easier.
So you're...
Don't you hum like that.
Are
I
you...
cast reduce on Drac.
No, don't.
That
Doesn't
or
help
better
me make
resistant.
things better. I'm still the same proportions.
the armor reduces with him.
Exactly.
I mean, you have such big arms.
It's a torso to reach issue.
Such big
Flexibility
teeth you have.
problem. All the better to help me.
Also better to cry.
I was about to say, are you sure you want to finish that sentence?
Sure, why not? Maybe I will.
Okay, so you're changing your armor for something else, or...
Yeah, I'm switching to the leather armor, the studded leather.
Oh no, okay, fair enough.
Which is unfortunate, because my AC is gonna go down, but
Eh,
not by much.
goes down to 14.
I believe so. Unequip. Where the heck is he? It's in the bag of holding.
I was about to ask why I'm the one that has all the AC in the group, and I was like, oh yeah, because I got that dual wielder feat.
Dodge tank.
Bitch, I'm the same as you.
My AC.
Actually,
You were in combat close enough.
Actually, the Drake is the real tank. It's got 18.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's our tank.
I'm more of a barbarian's AC than a fighter's AC.
They must never know I can raise my AC with a spell. They must never know.
You must never know.
And now you can raise other people's ACs with a spell.
Yes.
So, Draktharian, if you are interested, you can also look around in town to get your armor repaired.
I'm pretty sure you've used mage armor in combat, and we all know.
No, he's a shield. It's fine. What in the fucking... God, no. No.
I'm sorry, it's in my head.
What?
Our booteries and pilk.
Full of magic.
God almighty.
Please, I just want to learn a spell scroll.
Please.
Fucking, that's the 5th scroll this week.
Falcon's secret is he's just fueled by chalky milk.
You say that, but
See that? Yeah. I'll let Coleras do the info gathering, and I'll go see if there's an actual useful blacksmith in town.
I don't want to talk to people.
Well, you are the best at talking to people, so go be a good person and charming like you always are. Take Noldra with you; she's good too.
I'm terrible with people, but I'll follow along.
what do I do?
You read the book. Shut up. Go study.
Falls
Keep
over,
the-
drops D20s, picks them all back up.
Keep the
This
debate with
half
you.
will stay with you.
Huh?
Protect those old bones.
Thank you. What?
He's not old.
Thank you, Colaris.
He sure acts like it.
He's,
Listen.
just because he acts like it.
I mean, he does pretty well for his age.
I appreciate it.
Anyway, hey Nodra, where do you think is a good place to start?
What kind of information are we looking for?
Any kind of weird mystical centers of interest?
Probably anywhere where they have maybe books on the local history. Perhaps a library, if there's one. Seems like a fairly decent-sized town. We might have something like that.
Right, let's go look for a library.
Alright, you go looking for a library. Does not take you long. It's one of the biggest cities entering the train tracks into this country of mages. Libraries are aplenty. But you do certainly find one. There is a tiefling who's attending the... what's it called? The library. And kind of bored looking, but sees all of you coming over. Ah, hello there. What can I help you with today? So early in the morning too.
Got any books on Nodra, help me out here.
Local history? Perhaps any previous old ruins in the area?
Old ruins. I might have a book about it. In fact, you're in luck. It is just here. And he reaches behind the counter and pulls out a little a tome that has been recently flipped through, kind of puts it on the table. There was a couple of people, well, not a couple, a large group, in fact, that just came by the other day, and they were also looking for old ruins, as luck would have it. I didn't put this away yet.
Really?
Yes.
And may I ask, what do they look like?
What did they look like?
Were they very mysterious? Were they all shrouded and garbed in clothes and hoods?
No, they looked like travelers. They were from Vastrava. It was if I recall correctly, it was an orc, an elven lady, and I believe another elf man. They all had little mechanical.
An orc and 2 elves?
Yes, they all had a little mechanical dog that followed them around, and
Okay, well, hold on for 1 second, because it's really weird, because you almost perfectly described my other adventuring party. So I was very concerned there for a second.
Like in a different campaign.
Yes.
That's funny. They have dynamite.
We have a dynamite.
Oh my god, shut up.
Yep. We have a gnome artificer who has a pet robo-dog.
oh wow,
Oh.
I nailed it then. Let me think back to it. I believe the name of the orc was Alexander. He said that he was looking for the ruins behind the monastery in Kimbalarag.
Oh, well. Thank you for the information. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
We'll just go over here and take a look at this book.
Of course. Have fun.
Noldra goes over to some generic seating area I'm sure there is in the library and sits down, looks at the book,
Mhm.
and then slides it over to Polaris. Good
That's
luck.
behind Kinbarag, huh?
Apparently. Interesting that there's another group. Still not convinced it's not more of the Studiosi, but
Do you think they take?
Perhaps.
Did they use corpses as vessels?
the corpses that we saw were more husks, shells. Unless they used magic to change their appearance, which is very possible, then could just be another interested party. Regardless, it may complicate things, but for now, let's just find the location of this thing and we'll deal with it when we cross that bridge.
Well, Kinbarag is directly south.
It's not far, so we just need to see if we can find some any more detailed information. So why don't you go look through that book?
I'll peruse the book for any information about the church.
Alright, make me an investigation check to see how quickly you find this information.
I have nothing in investigation, but that was a good roll.
You find it rather fast, because the book is not a whole book on the ruins in Kimbalarag, but rather a book about this about the Almighty. More so like a story of the Almighty, bits that have been reported or not, and some bits about it tells about the Almighty War, or what the historians are calling it. They seem to say that as the Draconic Wars were nearing their end in Nolyn, here in Corund, the Almighty were starting their own little war against, well, not little, their own little war against Cosme, the primal divinity of this world. And this war also wasn't waged against the divinity itself, against Cosme, but rather creatures quote-unquote tainted by the essence of Cosme, the abyssal creatures known as Studiosi. And it doesn't really details much more about them, except for some things here and there, some descriptions and other things that you are already familiar with. Nothing new. But it also mentions a few locations where said battles took place and occurrences that happened, and how a town along the main road between Lurera and Abranil was destroyed as a result of this. Then also a large ruin near Kimbalarag, which didn't used to be a ruin but rather an old monastery, was also destroyed in this conflict. But then the monks of Kimbalarag built another monastery in front of the old ruined one atop the mountains, and they keep praying to whatever, or rather meditating to whatever they were doing before. But they also kind of serve as guardians to against the abyssal forces, and the monastery in Kimbalarag constantly trains new monks to go fight off the Studiosi, since they are monks are trained both physically but also mentally to shield themselves against all of the adversity that the abyssal creatures would throw at them. Other than that, then starts talking a little bit more about the travels of the Almighties and how they came to be and what they're kind of what they have in mind for like an objective, and there is even a little interview with one of them. This one being Hakapfagan, just really pretty much telling like the gospel of why Cosme is bad and should be banished. And then it kind of concludes a little bit by saying that she never got to see her plan to fruition because she was murdered by the magistrate before she could complete this whole banishing Cosme thing. But her companions have been trying to fulfill the task after her passing. And then the book delves into other subjects regarding the Almighties.
Wonderful.
Anything useful?
Did you know how Kafagan was murdered?
I did not, but my knowledge of the Almighty is basic.
I'm not going to say mine's too much too deep either. But there's one thing to note, and I don't know. It's either very good news or trouble. That church they mentioned specifically trains monks to fight Studiosi, which will either be a great help, or they won't like us because we're targeted.
That was very interesting. Well, is it still operating or is it abandoned? Does it say?
Does it say?
No, the book doesn't says it.
Doesn't say, so
Guess we'll have to find out.
if it is abandoned, maybe we could find some useful information on how to defend against Studiosi there.
That's very possible. All the more reason maybe we should get there quickly, perhaps, and
Yeah,
other group.
I agree. Haste is kind of important since we're now behind. And who knows if it's friendly competition or something a little bit more serious.
Well, it's either that group was just Studiosi in disguise, or They could possibly be walking into a complete death trap.
Hopefully they don't. They don't seem to look anything like us, so hopefully they don't get mistaken for us.
Oh.
Don't want that happening.
I'm pretty sure that the Studiosi won't care one way or another. Probably just kill them on sight anyways.
All right, well let's go reunite with the old. Why do you call him an old man?
Because that's what he is.
He's the same age as me.
I cannot quite see the same, but I can definitely feel things out pretty well, and my Drake half, of course, can also see the way he carries himself. He is definitely not of your age. That, or he must have some sort of very debilitating condition to make him seem such. Definitely seems like he's well into his 60s, perhaps? Is that not supposed to be the case?
He's. I grew up with him. He's supposed to be the same age as me.
Well.
He was, even when he came back from his time traveling shenanigans. Ask Drac.
Well, maybe that's something you might need to bring up with him then. Maybe it has something to do with those bandages he refuses to take off. I've only known him with them on since the day we met, back in Medlinek. So, I do not know any better.
Apparently neither do I.
I'm with him right now. I could convey a message if you'd like.
No. I will speak in person with him about this.
She just nods.
Probably with Drac, though.
Well, are we done here?
Yes, let's reconvene. Kind of snapping out of his
Thoughtful moment.
Thoughtful, concerning moment.
Very well. So, Drac Daring, as you're walking around town, you come about the Fighter's Hilt. Seems to be a blacksmith, and there's some people working it. And then, to your surprise, none of the people who are working at the blacksmith acknowledge you. But eventually, as you're just kind of perusing around and about, there's a female tabaxi that comes up to you and says, "Hey, yo, what's your deal? What you're looking for?"
Hey, I just kind of squat down. Looking for someone who can repair armor. Little out of the ordinary armor.
Ah, you come just at the right place, my love. Let me see your armor. By the way, the armor is for you?
It's for me. Yes.
Oh my.
Yeah, that's why it's not really ordinary. And I reach into the bag of holding and I pull out the plate armor. It's pretty beaten up with everything I've been doing, and does not fit me as good as it should for fighting. So I've been trying to find someone to fix that. It's good. It's got adamantine in it, but yeah, it could be better.
She looks up at the armor that you produce, and you see that her eyes kind of squint a lot. And she's like, huh. What a surprise.
What is surprising?
I saw an armor just like that, just the other day. What is it? Was a A big guy, kind of a big like yourself, love. And he said he was something I don't remember.
A Kool-Aid?
Yes, that's it. He said he was a crane.
Did you get his name, perhaps?
I believe I did. Let me look at my notes. Yes, she does. Hold on. He apparently was looking around for armor and other things, and he was making a lot of questions about... Oh. Your name is not Drakdarian, by the way, is it?
If you tell me his name, I will tell you the answer to that question.
Well, he apparently was very intent on finding this Drakdarian. Very curious about... You are Drakdarian, obviously, aren't you not?
Did he say why he was looking for this individual?
This individual that obviously is you. He said that he wanted to see how you were doing this trial thing that's going on.
What color was he?
Color.
What color were his scales?
Hold on, I'm looking at my notes.
It's important, there's a lot of us.
I didn't realize there were that many of you.
I mean, a lot for something that's unique is, you know... It's like barely double digits, probably.
Well, that's fair. Ah, here it is, the notes with the...
If Drac can even count that high.
Wow, rude. I'll have you know I have an intelligence of 12, thank you very much. 10, whatever.
That's
I'm not
above
stupid.
average.
Ah, yes. It was a black dragonborn was accompanied by a black crate as well. Said his name was Amphal. Lord Amphal, it would seem.
I see. And, did he say where he was going, or anything like that? It's a big country.
No, he said he was looking for you and asked if anyone had seen you, and I believe one of the boys, when she points to the other blacksmiths in the who are working the smithy, they said that they had heard tale of a big blue guy, I believe that's you, love, going to Shanketnet. So that's what we told him, and apparently he made his way over there.
Probably just missed each other then. Well, good to know. I don't remember. Do I recognize that name? While I look through my notes now?
You might recognize the name, and through a tiny
list.
to a tiny extension you recognize the name. Is House Amphal is one of the only house who did not have a parade to send for the trial. So they sent their
youngest son?
Yeah, their son, Lord or rather Prince Fihopton Amphal, to try and figure stuff out. And then you think back to it just the tiniest bit, and it's kind of like muddled in your memories, but I do remember someone asking to interview you just as you were leaving Shanketnet.
We're gonna have to go back there after we're done. We're busy. Oh boy.
You're not entirely sure why he would be looking for you, but...
Yep. Okay.
But far be it from me to, get to meddle in foreign affairs, far as I understand, this trial of the dragon thing is a big thing where you guys come from.
But it's very, very big. It's so big that people would sacrifice some of their most precious companions to try and achieve this.
Ooh. Sounds
Or
very
their
spicy.
children, in some cases.
Well, in any case, apparently he also had some damaged armor, which he was more than willing to leave behind. I fetched a pretty penny on it, and as it happens, it's coincidentally also your size if you wanna take it.
Well, I mean, how damaged is it? Because mine's damaged too.
Well, it was a while that they left it here, so I've repaired it already.
How long's a while?
I don't know
Were
if
they
you...
here like a week ago? Like 2 weeks ago? Like what?
Yeah, some days ago. Less than a
Oh,
week.
okay. Wow, you fixed stuff that fast.
I mean... I just wanted to... I wanted to have it ready in case they came back. They... You know, how fast the train can be. And also, I was just pondering if they didn't want it, it would make a very nice casket to drink out of, or... I don't know, some kind of boat? I could come up with something else with it, but it needed to be fixed.
Well, let me see it then at least, so I know what kind of thing I'm dealing with.
Of
If I
course.
decide to trade up or down, who knows?
She produces an adamantine armor, much like the one that you're wearing, which I believe is a breastplate.
Believe so.
Well, that is what
I have adamantine chainmail.
she produces a breastplate.
Oh, I am.
Which I believe is the same
Slightly
AC?
higher.
Oh, is it?
Isn't it? No, it's one. Hold on. Because one of them scales with something and the other one doesn't. Where's my book?
Look, help.
Just hocus pocus it.
So the chainmail is 16...
Are 14.
14 plus dex. Up to 2.
So it would still be basically the same, but it would be better than what I'm wearing, and it would be identical to what I had before.
What, a breastplate?
Well, because I had damaged chainmail, which was 16 minus 1.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Oh, how fortunate.
I mean, we are potentially going into a very dangerous place, my friends and I, so I could potentially borrow that.
Alright, so you will be having it then, huh?
I mean, it's better than leather.
Hey, if you're in the business of fighting, then yes, it is.
Which is kind of my only profession, so I think yes. How much? Also, how much to fix my other armor? Because I'm assuming, like, if he does come back, he'll probably want this back.
Well, he didn't give it to me. He sold it to me.
Sold it to you. Oh. See.
Which is why I'm trying to sell this off, because I have no use for an armor this big.
Well, and most people can't wear armor that big other than people like me, so.
Yes.
Right, well, if I trade my adamantine infused chainmail for this thing, how much would that lop off the price?
I could potentially use this chainmail in other ways. I could probably fashion some other 4 smaller chainmail armors out of this one. Which is grand, so I'm going to let you go with this breastplate for only 100 golden pounds. How does that sound?
I think that is manageable, actually. Which is the first time I've gotten to ever say that in this country.
Well, I know that economy is different over there, but I wouldn't expect it to be this bad.
Well, it is mainly that I would not bore you with the details. All you need to know is big guys like me cost a lot of money, and sometimes you get a little behind on it.
I would imagine. So, do we have a deal, Lev?
Sure, why not?
Wonderful. Here, please, come, I'll help you take this off.
Oh, well, then, thank you very much.
So she takes you away and helps you with the whole armor situation. And for 100 golden pounds, you can exchange your armor for a adamantine breastplate.
I will do that.
Which is more fitting of your size and all that jazz.
Yeah. Okay, great. I did business. I did not ask your name.
Oh, of course. They call me Silent Thunder.
It's an interesting name. Does it have meaning behind it, or is that just what you were actually named? Is it a nickname?
It's an old nickname from when I used to be in the profession, much like yours. It just stuck.
Oh, ex-mercenary, are we?
Oh, don't tell.
I won't say anything. Your secret is safe with me.
It's not necessarily a secret, but it's an old part of my life that I'd rather leave behind. Leave in the
That
now.
is fair. That's fair. It does take quite a toll after a while.
Oh, believe you me, it does.
Well, perhaps I shall see you again. I suppose if this other individual does happen to show up for some reason, you can tell him I will probably be in Shantgutnat in a week from now.
Alright, I'll make
It's a
sure
big
to...
if. If he's there, then he probably will stay there until one of us shows back up. It's just in case.
Alright, I'll make sure to let him know then.
Thank you very much.
You never answer, but you are, after all, Tractarian, aren't you?
The one and only.
Oh, you.
I just bow a bit and turn around and go head off to find my friends.
Well, have a good day, love. And she just
Oh.
waves you off.
Only the best.
So, I believe all of you reconvene in the Ranger's Lizard a couple of hours later.
Just sitting there talking to the wyvern. I've got the drake, and I've got a little. My brain stopped. Oh my god. Little Zaslamel, and he's got a little chart. He's just talking with my voice. And here's how you can cast Tsunami on the sun. Tsunami has a range of sight, and there's nothing stopping you from casting Tsunami in the sun. Now, if you were to cast Tsunami on the sun one time each day, you would increase the sun's mass, as adding water to it would just increase its density, which would increase its gravity. Eventually, this will lead to more nuclear fission, and you could kill everyone on Earth.
Someone stop him before he has an aneurysm.
I imagine that the Drake Nodra is there just wide-eyed. Regardless, all of you, four of you, five of you reconvene at the Ranger's Lizard. Maybe on the outside to make sure the Directarian is also there, physically there.
Hello. I am frustratingly impossible to fit into buildings. It's nice to meet you.
There you go.
Hey, Stud Muffin.
What did you figure out?
It's a church. Monastery, monks, potentially allies, potentially in trouble.
Neat. Why?
What do you mean, why? That's where we're going.
Well, yes, I know, but like, why would they actively be in trouble? I mean, the last place we went didn't have any creatures.
This place shouldn't have creatures, but I don't know if the church is defunct.
Oh, well, fair.
Also, I need to
Fucking-
talk to you in private.
Who, me or him?
You.
Why? Did something happen? Did you and Noldra do something?
She's pregnant.
I highly doubt that, considering. And he just like waves his hand in front of Calaris, just like all of this.
Regardless,
But like right now?
eventually,
Okay, sure.
you know what, right now.
Okay, fine. I'll walk away like 30 feet with you or whatever. Leave Falcon to study more, I guess. He is having a very intense conversation with the Drake, who looks like he might be flatlanding.
Poking the Drake. The crow just poking the Drake with a stick.
That poor guy. Alright, what? What is. What?
Did you know or Falcon is aged up?
I mean, I don't know if he ever acts his age, really, but.
I'm not talking about acting, I'm talking about actually older.
I mean. How old is he supposed to be?
I mean, you should know. You've hung out with him. He's my
I
age.
don't know. Wizards are weird. Weird shit can happen. I
So
also
weird
hung
shit's
out with a
happened.
wizard who had a dragon in his tower, and they fucking destroyed his whole wizard tower as they flew away. Like, wizards are weird.
So you're not worried.
I mean, I am always worried about Falcon. At any moment in time, I am fully expecting him to burst into flame, collapse into a skeleton, or perhaps turn around and have 15 arrows in his torso. So I am always concerned for him.
Well, pretty soon you're going to have him collapsing into a skeleton. Might be what's actually happening.
Look, I know he has been very cagey about things, but he is still our friend. He is your best friend from all accounts, so. If he does not want to tell us something, I don't see any reason to push him on it that hard, unless it urgently concerns the safety of our team. We all get to have personal things. I keep things from you.
This isn't one of those things.
Is it not? I mean,
No,
keep in
it's
mind,
not.
Keep in mind, he did kind of go on a whole rant about weird futury stuff, so I don't know. It might have something to do with it.
Why?
Well, look, when we first fell backward through time, I had to sacrifice a very beautiful chair to a strange time creature. It was very unfortunate. I liked that chair a lot. But time magic is weird, and that is his whole thing, so I would not be surprised if something bit him in the butt.
Wait, you have to have wooden chairs to time travel?
No, I think that was just a nice coincidence that it was being very vague on what it wanted, and we found this chair that, like, had been there for hundreds of years, but was completely unmarred by time. So I thought it was fitting.
By the way, is Noldra part of this conversation? Or did you guys go off on your own?
We walked away, just him and I, but
Okay.
I'm explaining to you about tsunami.
Falcon has been explaining to the Drake how to cast tsunami at the sun
Yes.
repeatedly. Okay. Let's make sure.
Very good. And then we can bring the heat death of the universe.
I don't like that.
You have the same
conversation at
thoughts
all.
I do.
I do not like that conversation. Either way, Golaris. Time magic is weird. I do not even begin to pretend to understand. So, I don't know. Were I to guess, that is what I would guess first.
What he fucked with time again, and now he's old.
Or something like that. I mean, again, wizard stuff, all their experiments and magic. And, oh, the thought of all of that crap just makes my head hurt. So, I
What?
mean, it could have been anything.
Why wouldn't
It
you
was
talk to
nothing
us, though?
Well, perhaps it is something he is ashamed of, or perhaps he is. I don't know. He is very secretive.
What does
You know this.
No, I know him to be foolishly obstinate, but this is it's a whole different level.
Well, you remember when he initially talked about these artifacts that we've been finding, that they were important for some reason, and he didn't really elaborate, per se?
He's not telling us anything.
He told me a little bit.
Oh, he tells you things.
Well, it was late, and he mentioned, I don't know, fixing things so that I don't even know. It was a lot for one evening.
But he doesn't trust me, and he just is using me to do whatever.
Falcon is not doing that. That is no. No. That is not what he is doing. He is trying to achieve some greater goal.
They're sitting over there talking about the heat death of the universe.
Well, I mean, that's pretty normal, though, for him. Pretty concerning, but pretty normal. Either way, if you have such a big deal about it, I mean, we can confront him again, but he will probably just give the same rant.
Knowing him, he won't tell me a damn wit of truth.
Well,
Well, obviously he doesn't trust me.
I don't think it's a case of trust. I think it is more a case of things that he should or should not say.
More like a case of doesn't give a damn.
If I learn anything more, I will tell you about it. Deal?
Deal.
Just don't sneer at him as much as you have been.
No, I'm staring at him more.
No. That is not what friends should be doing.
Yeah, friends also shouldn't be time travel shenanigan, aging himself up,
Okay,
keeping
yes.
secrets about the.
It's okay. We will get it figured out. This is a very stressful time for all of us. Now,
Blair's just lets out a big sigh and just trudges sluggishly back.
stand back up, stretch my arms a little, and come back. Okay. Ready to go, everyone?
I think he's almost done with his world domination plan.
I don't enjoy that sentence being mentioned with him as the subject of it.
Everybody's
what
got to
are you
have a
doing?
backup plan.
Falcon. It is time to move on.
Yeah, fine. But again, everybody's got to have a backup plan.
Yeah, sure. I did learn something interesting myself. You'd never think you're going to learn something going to a blacksmith.
Oh?
First of all, this new armor. Better than
It's
leather.
fancy.
But also from a different grade. Seems like we have several people who might be waiting and shan't get that for us. Me, I guess.
Well, if we have no other choice.
We have to go back there eventually.
Yeah.
Let's pack up and go see if these ruins are as ruined as we think.
It's a good time for me to BRB. I'm going to cartwheel out of the room.
Alright, there he goes, I guess.
Not literally. I'm not
Yeah,
actually
no,
cartwheeling out of the room. That'd
Make
be very
sure-
impressive.
I would be very impressed if you didn't hurt yourself.
Make sure you put on the tie-dye tunic first before you do any cartwheeling.
No.
It's like the 2-ton tunic.
2-ton tunic. Pack up the group and get heading out of town southward.
Alright, so you guys are moving from Bolster and going to Cockingdon.
Yep.
Alright, so just to do a little bit of housekeeping, Falcon is no longer here,
Mm-hmm.
no longer with us.
How sad.
He passed.
He's passed on.
Mhm. He was,
Old age finally caught up to him.
yeah, he was studying too hard.
What a mood.
First chunk of his 12 hours into researching a new spell done. As everyone else was around town doing whatever he was studying. First chunk done out of 6 chunks. So, yeah. Second thing, I imagine that now Clarice has a little bit of insight into how Cantus felt.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, hell yeah.
And the third thing, I wonder. No, it makes sense now that I think about it. So, whilst Noldro was just waiting for Clarice to read the book, the Drake Noldro was listening to the whole tsunami theory.
Yep.
That's a lot to have in both ears.
You can have 2 conversations going at once. That's just impossible. So, yeah, all of you get your things ready and start marching southwards, however upwards, into the mountains towards Cockingdom as you start to make your way towards the Kimbalarag Monastery. So if I recall correctly, that's going to be 7 hours worth of travel. So
What a
you'll,
walk.
yay,
What a walk.
up the hill. So I'm going to count an hour extra just for kicks. Because of uphill inclinations. So you start making your way up, and it's murder on your legs, mostly. But that aside, you can start to see more and more of the landscape around you. As you go up an inclination, and as you look back, every now and then you can see in the distance the railroad with the train going by. And it's quite a lovely view until you climb up too far into the mountain and you can't see nor hear any of those things anymore. And now it's just your uphill battle to get to Cockingdom. Do you want to call out any numbers this time around, Noldra, for something special to happen?
Go with 12.
Nay. So, if that's an extra 1, should something good happen instead?
Ooh.
Look at my... Sure. As you're going up the mountain, you see a signpost. Just kind of pointing up to the mountains, and there seems to be some stuff written there. Some of it is like kind of just... It's a weathered board, it's been there for ages, so whatever was written there, it's probably unreadable now. It is very unreadable, rather. But there's some kind of keywords here and there. And if you guys want to go ahead and give me a history check, I'm going to call the DC on this 19.
Oh boy, I'm not good at those.
Same.
Yep. The one
6.
person that is good at those isn't here right now.
Sure, I'll roll for him. Oh shit. That's what happens if you double click a character token.
I'm good at history.
Yeah, you got a +6 in it. I think Falcon's got like a +9 or whatever.
Yeah, I don't have.
Or plus
I always
10.
get a +10.
Yeah.
But
that's all I mean.
he rolled poorly. Nobody made the DC 19.
Sag.
Sag?
Sedge.
Badge.
Alright.
Oh, the DM's not up to snuff with
Sorry.
the lingo.
I don't know memes. Every time you guys start memeing, I'm left behind. But sure.
His greatest weakness. We just have to meme hard enough. The memes, Jack.
Don't let your
Memes
memes
in the
be
DNA.
memes.
Let your memes be memes. So,
Done. Your memes end here.
oh no. None of you really can figure out much. You imagine that whatever this is probably talking about the monastery up the hill. The mountain, rather. But other than that, you can't really quite gather much more. Probably some kind of, history or warning or some tourist plaque with some information, but it passes by you, unfortunately. But you know where you're going. You don't need a plaque to tell you this. You just trudge on forwards, and at the end of the day, as soon as the sun sets, you arrive in Cockingdom. Even from here, even from Cockingdom, you can see at the very, very, very tip of the mountain the silhouette of what appears to be a structure, so to speak, and the shadow as it is cast as the sun is setting, the shadow that is cast from the ruins at the very top of the mountain in Kimbalarag, they encroach on Cockingdom in a very, very kind of threatening but cinematic way. And as soon as it does, kind of almost at like 6 p.m. sharp, the shadow encroaches the city, and a lot of people start turning on the lights of the doors, and then the city's nightlife starts, albeit there's not much of that going on. I
I assume
imagine.
we're probably heading for the taverns.
Sure.
What's with you and going directly to taverns all the time?
What else would you do? We show up everywhere, like, at nights, basically. It's not like we are going to huge cities where there is so many things to do in the evening. We are going to small towns. Plus, the best stories are heard in taverns. It's where people like me end up.
All right, to the tavern.
Would you rather we go find you a bathhouse or something?
Only if you're there.
You are.
You know, a
very-
bathhouse would be nice.
As long as it isn't coffee related.
As long as it's not a coffee one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Did I roll for our rest? Or have we not rested since yet?
It's still the same day.
Yeah, it's still the same
day.
day.
Okay.
You haven't yet rolled for that. Sure. So, you guys are going to the tavern then?
Yes.
All right. You passed by some shops that are still operating. They just are now turning on the outside lights. And you see that from almost every single shop, there's a little floating magical animal that comes out to aid with those things. And knowing what these are familiars, you remember that, oh yes, we are still in the, what's it called? In the land of mages. You make your way over to a tavern that apparently is called Batten's. And once you get there, indeed, there's a bunch of familiars kind of doing all the handiwork of taking the plates and the cups and cleaning off the porch and the outside tables. All of the cleaning up is done by a lot of little magical animals. And as some of you get inside, not all of you, you are greeted by a tiefling who's just finishing up, setting up some extra tables for the clientele that is about to come in, what with evening descending. Ah, hello there. But how can I help you tonight? You're not from around here, are you travelers?
Yes, and, considering the hours and the time, do you have any rooms?
Sure we do. If you don't mind me asking, are you going up the mountain to the monastery?
Oh, no. Why would you think that?
Well, no, nothing really. It's just we don't see a lot of travelers around, and just the other day, some people came by and were making their way up.
No, we're just going to visit some friends in Memar.
All right. Well, suit yourselves then. And he kind of starts setting up a table for you and yours if you're, since you're spending the night. And are you guys going to do anything else for the evening?
I don't think so. We should just spend the night before continuing on.
All right. Okay. Fair enough. So, I need... Well, everyone long rests. I'm going to long rest for the old falcon.
Yes.
Okay. And also, as you're you all long rest, and Noldra, you're the only one who remains to make your Constitution saving throw in the morning.
3, 2, 1, let's jam!
No.
Fail! Unless... Fail!
Omega fail.
Oh boy.
You tried.
Guess who's spending an extra hour in bed?
Oh god.
Kind of like spending a quaint morning in a little cabin in the woods in your vacation. You just see the sun rising and you're just kind of... Or you don't see the sun
1 more
rising.
hour.
But
Alright, get your beauty rest.
But the sun
I
rises.
think I need it.
You ignore it, stay in bed for another hour to get over your exhaustion. And I imagine that at this point you're just kind of cursing the day you decided to drink or immerse yourself in that much coffee.
Yep, absolutely.
But time goes on and you eventually feel rested. So you can go ahead and... you don't even need to remove that level of exhaustion because I imagine you never added it to begin with. You,
Nope.
on the other hand, Calaris, you get to go ahead and... what is it again? Yes. Your Boon of Fate ability recharges, so you can make a short rest to make that happen. Or just change the 0 to a 1 on your features page.
Easier just to hit that.
Sure. Plate. And for the day, I imagine you guys are just traveling up the mountain once again.
More or less.
The goal.
Okay, I just need to do a little bit of bookkeeping because You arrived here at 6. I imagine that Falcon probably spent all the way up to midnight writing spells. So it's 8, 10, midnight, and then he's 4 more hours down. I imagine he could have woken up early and spent another couple of hours doing that, or went to bed late, whichever. And yeah. Okay. If we were to spend another hour just resting here, he would have finished scribing that spell, but we'll ask him if he wishes to have done that when he returns. Because I don't believe it's going to affect much until the next bit. So, next up. You guys hit the road again. And
Like we need a bard or something to spice things up on these road trips. Do you think they have any good road games?
You plan to play road games while we are marching uphill?
I mean, if
And?
you'd really like, we can play
Okay,
Arcane the Communion.
While moving?
Well, when we're resting.
Oh, fair.
When we're moving, we can just enjoy the scenery. I do love going in the mountains.
It's much better for you if you go over the mountains.
Agreed.
Speaking of the mountains, it would seem like whoever built this path up the mountains to the monastery apparently had this idea to make it going straight from Cockingdom instead of making all that detour to Mimar. So there is a kind of a trail that goes to Kimbalorag. That you guys take it, I imagine.
I think so.
Gosh dang, my mouse is double clicking when I don't mean to double click. Alright, probably last travel roll of the day. Do you want to call a number, Noldra?
5.
Hey. Nothing good and nothing bad happens.
Cool.
But boy, the day something bad happens. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. So, you guys follow this trail, and bits of the trail is kind of just a dirt road. Other bits of the trail is there's like actual steps, either made of stone or wood or whatever materials could be fashioned at the time, but mostly just natural things. Until you start to get to the top, then you see more worked wood and little kind of, oh boy, what's the name of that? Little markers along the road, some arches built of stone. That kind of signifies that you're getting close to the monastery. Until you finally make your way to the very end, to the very top of the monastery in Kimbalorag. At this point, the sun has set, and when you get here is kind of... Well, because you're in the top of the mountain, there's still like some sunlight. It's not that much, but there's still some sunlight that is giving you some modicum of light. And the illumination over in the monastery is really beautiful. All of these kind of polished marble parts of the construction of the new temple really shine in this bright light and makes everything look super, super, super snazzy. However, it is all kind of eclipsed by the ruins of the old monastery in the back, kind of a little bit further away, following another trail for like a few minutes, like 10 minutes walk down the trail to get to the old ruins that you can see. Even though in a straight line it would probably just 2 or 3 minutes, but everything seems very dilapidated. The path, all the path throughout the rest of the mountain up to the old monastery seems to be in ruins. There's a lot of bridges as well here, as they're kind of trying to bridge the gap between one hilltop and the other. And at some point, the whole trek starts to become a little bit dangerous for any commoner to be making it. And then when you think it can be bested, when you arrive here in the monastery, you do see that there's a lot of monks that are seemingly practicing all kinds of martial arts and meditation techniques. And some are just training into whatever other monkish archetypes there is. And as all of these monks are kind of off to the side here and there, training on their own thing, you do see... Sorry. You see a tabaxi that just looks very bored, kind of sitting next to a column. He just seems to have like a book open. And then he looks up to notice all 5 of you. And he kind of cocks his head to the side a little bit. Looks to one side and to the other. And then he slowly gets up, puts away his book, and starts approaching you all. Hello.
Oh, we weren't expecting anyone. Hello.
Well, I'm not really from the monastery. I'm here with some friends. I'm waiting for them. You're not the backup we requested, are you?
No, I'm afraid I'll have to. I'm afraid we aren't.
What a shame. Well, sorry. Shouldn't just come right out of the gate, just throwing questions at you. My name is Claude. I'm from the Society of Technomancy from Vostrava, and my friends are trying to figure out some stuff here, and yeah, I'm with them. What about yourselves? Who are you?
Oh, we're just a couple of sightseers. Looking into remnants of the Almighty is just going to sites where we think that they may have interacted.
You're looking for that too?
Shit, yes.
You wouldn't happen to be with oh boy, an orcish guy. I forget his name. I think it was Couture. Was it?
Why does that name sound familiar?
Because that's the guy.
Oh. Technically, we are.
Oh, wonderful. Where is he? Did he decide to stay in Shankinet? I thought he was coming.
I think he is coming.
I think we were kind of hoping he was already here. You have not heard from him?
I have not heard from him, no. Why?
Well, we did kind of get ambushed at the town that he was staying at. And the creatures that ambushed us had parts of his journal.
Oh. Was he captured?
Or killed, but no way to know. There was no body.
Oh no.
That is why I was holding out hope that he would be here, but that makes this even more pessimistic of an outlook.
What is it with you, Contusians? All of you are just dropping like flies.
We say we are not from Kentuz.
Oh.
That is correct.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't aware.
We're
Are
from...
you assuming our nationality?
Oh, I wouldn't expect.
Some would find that very offensive.
I'm very sorry about that. just wouldn't expect, travelers from other places should be here, and none of you look Vestravan. No offense. Sorry. Is it okay to say that?
I'm just messing with you. It's fine.
Oh, come on, lady. Well, I thought you were all Contusians, but if you're not, well, I suppose it does say something about the Contusians. They are dropping like flies. Couture
That is a little concerning.
had told me that he was working with some people. His companion, Ledbrew, apparently was looking into some of these Almighty Remnants as well, and then he wasn't around anymore, and then Couture told me that he had found some allies, and that, well, we were going to try and do something together, but...
Well, we can confirm the other one is dead. We found their dead body.
Ooh, nice tact there.
Ah,
Yes, Ledbrew has unfortunately passed.
Well, I mean, I didn't really know the guy, so I suppose it's a shame? But okay, yeah, sure. Okay, so Couture is down. Potentially. Ledbrew is definitely down. What about, Mr. Sickle Gickle?
Oh, he's fine.
And...
He's with Draveroth now.
Oh, Draveroff is also okay. That's good.
Yeah. Their enchant get net.
Oh, that's
Last
good.
time we saw Draveroth, he was shouting at the ferryman who, gets passage to the castle out in the lake there.
Through the Grivangola Academy.
Yeah, that place.
Oh, he's been trying to get in touch with them for ages, from what I hear. Or at least... Well, Couture would tell me all kinds of stories about those guys. Don't know if, Well... In any case... I don't really know where the guy who runs this monastery is, but we can look up for him if you're here for something else.
Well, this was the last place that his journal mentioned, so we figured it was the next best step.
Sure. Well, the monks here at the monastery, they told my friends to go over to the ruins, or allow them to go over to the ruins because of the Almighty Remnants, but you see, I'm not that keen on walking on those kinda very dubious bridges, so I chose to stay behind. Also, I was waiting for the backup that apparently hasn't yet arrived.
Right. Well, I mean, we could be the backup, I guess.
I mean, sure. I mean, we also asked for other people from the society to come over and help, but, I mean, depending on how things go, we might not even need them anymore.
Are you guys part of, like, a bigger organization? I don't know if we covered that with Couture or not.
Well, it's a weird thing. We're all from Vestrava. We're trying to make sure that, life does not end in war.
Fair.
For, lack of a better
Was part of your group an orc and 2 elves?
Yes. Alexander and the other two.
There could be potentially quite a bit of danger here. Do you know what the Studiosi are?
They're the creatures from the abyss, I believe.
They have some sort of keen interest in these remnants. And of almost every location we visited, they were present.
Oh. I mean, they wouldn't attack the home of the monks who trained to fight them all their lives, would they?
I don't know. They attacked a random inn in the middle of a calm city with a giant worm.
Because they didn't like us.
You?
Yeah, we've kind of been being a thorn in their sides.
Oh. 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 Are you targeted?
I
Maybe.
believe anyone with an interest in the remnants is being targeted. Yourself included. Not with your friends.
Well, that kinda makes a little bit of sense and would explain why Lad Brew and Couture are, you know. Ahem. Well, I haven't seen any Studiosi around, and I haven't heard anything about the Studiosi here, so I think we were good.
Well, just keep an ear out in case you start hearing any tremoring in the ground. Might be a good time to start running.
Sure. I'll make sure to do that. All right. Oh, sorry, but I mean, I did ask your names, but you were kind of cagey. Or are you going just by sightseers? So what is that? What I should call you?
It's not a bad name.
Actually,
And no, I take it back. It's kind of terrible.
What? No, that is kind of good, actually. It's vague, but also kind of betrays the fact that we kind of just kill things that we come across.
And the fact that one of the party is blind.
I think it has irony, it has intent. I'm putting it on my list. He pulls out like a little book.
Right next to Tim the Axe.
No, it is not that. It has a name and I never told it to you, and you never will know it because it's gone now.
Because pussy, pussy, pussy.
No, that's your stupid sword.
I'm blaming Falcon for that one.
Still your fault that you keep using it.
Wouldn't your sword just light on fire because you said that?
Probably.
He's fine. It's magical
Unless you
power.
have to be holding it, in which case I'm not actually touching it.
I believe you have to be holding it and speak the command word and have the intent of using it.
Oh. Also,
No.
hello.
Yes.
Oh,
So much knowledge,
Well-
Mr. Arcane user. Don't even know how to use a sword.
Well, I mean, he probably doesn't. He is a wizard.
I can swing one, but
Not very well.
you got thin arms.
Well, either way, I'm Drac, if you have to know. I like the sightseers, though. I'm gonna think about that.
Nice to meet you, Drac. Like I said, my name is Claude, but you can call me Shar.
The Drake and Noldra speak both at the same time. My name is Noldra.
Oh, no, Noldra, that's a nice name. Sounds a bit familiar. What about the two of you?
Falcon.
Hilarious.
Oh, nice to meet all of you.
Oh, thank God.
Why?
I got your back, buddy.
Oh, no reason.
All right. Okay. Okay. So here, I'll help you out. And then he kind of starts trying to lead you guys further into the monastery and calling out for a guy. It does not take too long before there's this human that comes and he's just wearing this very light robes, like those of a monk. And he looks at all 6 of you now. Well, travelers, welcome to our temple here in Kimballarat. How may I help you?
We are sort of looking for a remnant, if you have heard of the one around here.
There. What you seek should be at the old ruins then.
Is it safe there?
It is as safe as the ground you walk on is stable.
insight check.
Go for it.
It's a little concerning the worms.
I was about to say, oh, you know, that has also proven to be unsafe.
Natural 1 for 10.
Nice. Nice
Hell
one.
yeah, baby.
That was a good one.
It's a really good one. What the fuck?
I do have
feeling
plus
when you
9.
roll a
I do have
natural
plus
one.
9. I do have plus 9 in insight, so.
You roll a natural one and start.
It's really good at seeing things.
So no, Drip. This guy clearly means that going between this modern monastery and the old monastery, the ruins, you will be needing to go across, you know, the cliffside and some old rackety, poorly maintained bridges. So yeah, indeed, it is as safe as the ground is stable. In other words, don't slip and fall.
Yeah.
That's what you get from trying to read this
Got it.
guy. Some friends of yours. They have not yet returned. I hope they are doing well. He talks to Claude the Tabaxian. He just nods. Well, we were waiting for the backup to arrive. They never did, but now these guys showed up, so maybe they can go have a look.
Yes, that is exactly what we wish. We want to go take a look.
Very well then. I shall allow this. And he starts looking over at all of you. And then his eye stops on you, Falcon. And he approaches you.
Oh no.
You thought you were clear. You almost got away.
Oh no.
You. What is your purpose?
Hmm?
What is your purpose, old man?
Not an old man, but I'm here to look after my friends here more than anything.
You have the guise of an old man.
I get around.
Just like look at Calaris quietly, like, oh, well,
And yet,
I mean, I'd kick him in the shins if you'd let me.
you say you're here to look after your friends. And through which means do you pretend to do that?
Hmm. Is this an accusation?
It is a test.
Well, they'd be dead here if I wasn't, so I think that's, well, more than enough I need to say.
And what would
We
cause
trust him.
what would cause their death?
You know, caught in the pits of hell, attacked by another wizard, something like that. Maybe Calaris drinks too much.
I do sense trepidation in your soul. Is there something you want to put out? That you want to talk about?
Probably not anything I could say out loud.
It is alright. You can speak it to me in private.
Is that so?
That is so, indeed. And he kind of just makes a motion with his hand, kind of dismissing the rest of you all.
well, he's pushy, but yeah, all right. I'm going to stand over here within line of sight, if you don't mind.
Now can I trust you in any way?
Your trust in me will not be misplaced if your heart is true.
Hmm. When you say something like that, you could easily be BSing me. I'm
You-
not so trusting compared to my companions.
You yourself could be BSing me as well.
Oh, hold out.
Hey, you're the one asking the questions.
And you're the one seeking passage.
Will you deny me passage?
Should I deem your heart unworthy, then yes, I will deny you passage.
Oh yes,
Hmm.
deny him passage, please. He needs
The
a
lad's
reality
quiet.
check.
You know, none of you are helpful in the slightest. Not a single one of you, except for you, and pointing to the Drake.
I drag Coletus further away.
Technically, that's also me.
We bonded.
I know.
Tell me, what is weighing on your heart?
Weighing on my heart. Well, again, the possibility of a friend of mine dying. That really is the reason I'm here. No BS.
It's a good program.
Huh?
Just making a dumb joke. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Sorry.
And what, pray tell, would cause your friend to find their demise?
Well, the thing he's about to undertake is extremely dangerous. In fact, it's very well possible he might not survive at all. Why wouldn't I want to be there for him?
And what do you stand to gain from being there for him?
Peace of mind. He saved me before.
So you're just accompanying him to repay a debt.
That's a good chunk of it.
What is your name?
Falcon.
Falcon. I find that you're not being honest with yourself. There's clearly more that weighs down upon your heart that you feel unable to deal with properly. I will not push you towards any paths. I will not perform any action towards your life to change it in any way. All I'll do is let you know that I can see your spirit in your aura, and every little single thing about you screams restless. There is deep concern within you. And I would say also, misplaced intent. I will not deny you passage today, but you should know that the path you're currently on will spell out your destruction, or that of those around you. I hope you realize what that means.
I'm merely doing what he would have done.
And who is he?
Me.
Why do you speak of yourself as if you were someone else? Do you feel that uncomfortable in your own self?
I don't know if there's any way I'd be able to explain it.
Try me.
But regardless... Huh?
Try me.
If I were to impart you with any such knowledge, what would you even do with it?
Meditate upon it.
Meditate.
Decide if it is important towards my life and my objectives. If it shall give me peace of mind, and if it shall help me in any way, shape, or form. If it does, then I'll meditate again on whether or not I shall act upon it. Otherwise, if it's going to bring or cause me turmoil, I'll just put it aside.
I would say that all my actions up to this point are exactly what Falcon would have done. And that's about it. But I still have to go by my own goals as well. You have to understand that I don't know the correct action, but I'll think of something eventually, I'm sure.
I hope that you find within yourself to learn to be comfortable with who you are, with what you do, and what you plan to do. If you find that all those things that you have to do, as you say, are too distasteful, uncomfortable, that they don't fit you as a person, then maybe it is time for you to discard those thoughts altogether and be true to yourself.
I feel like my individuality is something that's not nearly as important as the goal at hand.
And yet, if you lose yourself, how can you follow the path?
I suppose. Will you give us passage?
Like I said, I will not impede your passage today. But think about what I have said. Meditate upon it. Find what's important to you and what isn't. Stop living this duality and be true to yourself, Falcon, or whoever.
I'll give it some thought, begrudgingly.
Very well. And he finally steps back, kinda holding his hands together. He kinda bows gently towards you and then just kinda points with his hand towards the an area a little bit deeper into the temple where there's a path that follows up into the ruins. Your friends await you all. Please step carefully and respect the space you're in.
Nolja takes a step forward and heads up.
Alright.
Likewise.
I allowed to move now, Drag Darren.
Yes, you're allowed to go. Come on.
So, all of you then start to make your way, but then you realize that Claude is not following. He just kind of stays there waving, like, good luck! Hope everything goes alright. Also, don't slip and fall. It will be a horrible, terrible, very long fall.
Long fall.
A long fall.
And as you look forwards into this path, you realize that the path doesn't go very far before there's like a very, very sketchy bridge to cross the cliffs. And also the path isn't all that broad either. It's very, very, very narrow. Which shouldn't be a problem, per se, except for a certain Mr. Heavyman.
Mister probably weighs, I don't know,
A lot. The answer is
1,600 pounds. Maybe?
it's more than that.
Jeez.
Mr. Break a Bridge.
probably. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Falcon.
Hmm.
Now would be a great time for some of your magic, probably.
Okay, what do you want to be?
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Or that. I was gonna say owl, but that also works.
I mean, reduce only works for, unfortunately, only about, what is it, a minute?
Is it 10 minutes?
No, 1 minute.
Wow. Owl, please.
Yeah. Kinda sucks, don't it? Okay, turn him into an owl.
Ooh.
Giant owl or normal owl?
Giant owl.
Oh. Ooh.
Do you want to be a tiny owl or big owl?
Ooh.
I could talk to the big owl.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Oh no.
Technically, the big owl is still smaller than Drag.
I mean, so long as we don't plummet to our deaths, I mean, that would suck, really.
I mean, I can fly. Well, it'll work.
Yeah. Actually, we've got a lot of, ability to not die by falling. I actually don't know why we're so worried.
I snatch Colaris and fly off.
Oh my god!
No, he snatched me.
I know he did! Woo! No, actually, that's fine. Claris can survive a fall, I think.
See you two at the top.
So Colaris, potentially the lighter between him and Falcon, gets taken to the other side of the bridge.
The Drake follows you.
And then I'll wait.
And Noldra or human Noldra will accompany Falcon.
How far is the... How long is the bridge?
The bridge isn't that long, it's like 50 feet-ish in length.
Yeah, okay, what are the odds of us dying? Let's go.
We have rope if
Higher
you
now
want.
that you've said that.
I know. I figure I'd say things.
God.
Just catch us.
It's just the one with fly.
Ooh.
I don't want to waste my spell slots. You waste your spell slots.
I don't have anything useful for this situation.
What is Featherfall?
What is Featherfall?
This is not Jeopardy. Walk across the bridge.
Walking across the bridge. Let's go, Noldra.
Sure.
Noldra is right behind you.
So, easily enough, the two of you walk across the bridge. It's not that easy. It's the bridge shakes way more than it has any right to, and it's not that fun a traversal. But eventually, you do get to the other side. The bridge kind of makes some creaking noise here and there. It threatens to break oh so many times, and yet it holds your weight fairly well. And then, within moments, you're on the other side of the bridge.
Really should install new ones. Wonder how hard that is.
What, building a bridge? I mean,
No, installing a bridge, like, across this thing. Yeah, yeah, whoo. I say back to you. Whoo.
Alright, so once everyone is together, you keep going up the path towards the ruins of the old monastery. And when you get there, you find a very curious sight. There is like a very large gap between the end of the path and, or rather, where the path ends, and the continuation of the path. Apparently, some kind of staircase that broke off, kind of staircase bridge thing that broke off, and there's like a 10 feet gap between 10 feet, yeah, sure, about like 15 feet gap between the end of the trail and the bridge, and then you can see some bright shiny lights coming in from the area within. But first, there's a little bit baby chasm for you guys to cross.
Baby chasm.
Little baby chasm.
Oh, baby chasm.
Yeah, it is a chasm, and you will break your neck if you fall down. But the distance is only
Oh.
15 feet.
It's only 15 feet, but you will die.
You will die if you fall down this.
Rope, pitons, magic, what?
I, as
We
a
have an
giant
owl.
will just lift everyone across one by one.
How long does Polybarf last for again? An hour?
An hour.
Okay. Fair enough. You have
No
more than
drop,
enough.
no-
time.
Enough time.
Nolja jumps across, hits the other side of the wall, and then climbs up.
1 hour, assuming he can maintain concentration.
The Drake also just jumps across.
She
She
has a
thought
climbing
swings
speed. I mean, who?
Fair enough. So
I mean, like
Nodr
a narrator's note.
just kind of takes a running leap, just jumps across the chasm and grabs herself onto the side of the broken bridge, and then just climbs it back up.
Skitters up the side like a grudge lady.
Sure.
Oh,
Hits
yeah,
the top,
alright.
facing the wrong direction, limbs all bent backwards, like.
Nodr does a thing, and then Owl
Perfectly
Daring.
content letting giant owl fly me across.
Yeah, and then Owl Daring just kind of brings everyone across, safely and sound, until all of you guys are about-ish there, I would say, in this dainty map that I have made for this special occasion.
Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this.
I love the effects. Oh my god.
I do too.
Oh no.
Oh,
Perhaps they are friends. I mean, who?
So once you get there, everyone is like incredibly alarmed, and everyone just kind of draws whatever weapons they have. The orc just kind of draws whatever weapon he has at hand. I'm not gonna look at his sheet to give that information, but he has a weapon and he draws it. You know what? Fuck it. I looked. He has a rifle. He has.
Fucking I looked.
Oh no!
Nolja at the same time draws their rifle and aims.
So he draws his rifle, and you can see that he also has some other form of weapon stowed on his back. Further back, there is another elf lady. She kind of just draws a crossbow and just kind of looks very promptly at all of you. But the biggest focus is this here lady, this elven lady. She's just... You see that her eyes are wide open and completely white, and they're just kind of shining with this ethereal light as she has her hands extended towards this statue, and floating above the statue there's a little mote of energy, much like that you guys are all familiar with. And this mote of energy is shining very brightly, and she seems to be interfacing with it already.
We need that.
I head rotate around to Falcon and be like, who?
We need that.
The orc
That's a mote.
The orc who's right there, he kind of steps forward to block the path and says, "And who are you? You're not our backup."
Just flap my wings. Woo!
Oh, you
Oh,
stay
right.
behind, you big thing.
Oh, shit, I forgot. Yeah, okay. You know what? No. You know what? You can stay as an owl. You can stay as an owl. We're here for that. Pointy at the moat.
You're horrible at explaining intent.
Shit.
Don't you mean who?
Woo!
Ooh.
The
I mean, who?
The orc, he looks up at what you're pointing and then back at you and says, "Well, tough luck, 'cause we are also looking for that, and we got here first.
alright, but what are you gonna do with it?
Study it, of course. What are you going to do with it?"
We're gonna touch it.
You're both
Oh.
terrible at explaining intent.
If you mean to
Yeah,
have
I'm
your
being literal here.
if you mean to have your limbs torn off from your body, then Go right ahead.
There you go, Falcon.
Okay,
You're up.
well, we're not. Oh, well, actually, yeah, no, but okay. Listen, doesn't have to end up with violence, but you see, we've got a good number of those already. We kind of need that one as well. If we don't have all of them, might be consequences regarding the future of this world. So, if you don't mind, please handing us that one over.
We should have just taken them at go ahead and done it.
And who
Yeah,
even are you?
I'm Falcon
Serious?
fucking Dokul.
Oh, he changed his last name. his
Yeah,
middle
my
name. Amazing.
Yeah, my middle name is fucking.
Ooh.
Fucking no cool.
Can hear what you're saying. Okay, no, but really, we do need that.
She would.
Well, that name means nothing to me, Mr. Fucking the Cool.
Okay, well, the owl here is also a Charade, and he needs it.
Ooh, ooh.
The hell is a charade?
Ah, shit.
You have no power here, my friend.
Well, you know what? Say something yourself.
What do you mean? I already told you. Who are you?
No. I meant the rogue, not your rogue. If you even have a rogue, I meant our rogue.
The elf lady at the back, she kind of lifts her hand. I think I could be considered a rogue. Also, could we not? Abigail is trying to focus really hard on that thing over there, and you guys are kind of, really her jam. Could you please just go?
Oh. Stop
Okay, you're
harshing her vibe, man.
You're just studying it, right? Can we have it after you're done looking at it?
Well, depends on what we find, also. What do you mean have it, and what do you mean have 6 of these already? Who are you?
Falcon, unpolymorph me right now.
Wait, I didn't say I had 6.
You did.
Undo this polymorph right now.
Wait a
You-
second! Pulls out gun.
You said 6.
You did say so.
No, I didn't say 6. I said we had more of these, or I didn't say we had
No.
6. I said
No,
we
no.
had a bunch of these.
Noltra just
I didn't even
lowers-
realize we had 6. I wrote down 5.
You have 4.
Holy shit!
Said 6. Wrote down 5. It's actually 4. Yeah.
I didn't say 6. Ah!
Not even we know what the truth is now.
Holy shit! We're all fucking confused. Okay, well, we basically we need the mode. It's going to be useful for us in the long run. We need to collect all those. When you're done studying it, can we just have it?
Well, answer me first. What do you mean I have more of these? Now, how did you get more of these? How did you even get one?
I'm bored for this.
I'm afraid that explanation won't cut it.
Well, I could always show you.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, if you let me take it and grab it, I'll tell you what they are.
Falcon, would you mind going ahead and make me a persuasion check?
Sure.
Against this
Can I
angry
use my
Your
fancy dragon thingy? I forgot the name of it. Oh my god.
forceful presence?
Yes.
I mean, why wouldn't you be able to?
I don't know. I just want to be polite.
You can.
No, just say it.
I s-
Oh my god!
I say
Why'd you
I
roll a
say rolling.
disadvantage?
I keep hitting the wrong thing. I get confused. It's control. It's shift, man. 16. No, I don't
Roll
need
the
that.
16.
I
Roll
don't
the
need that
16,
Claire.
fine.
Oh, fine. I'm taking it back.
Claire just picks up his dice.
There's no critical successes, man.
Sure.
Double success.
Luckily for
Why'd
you
you,
all,
why'd you hold control?
because it was meant to be advantage, but he rolled with disadvantage. Thankfully, Falcon, you do succeed the DC of 12. The guy, he just squints and lowers his rifle, kind of signals to the elven lady behind him to lower her crossbow as well. He's like, all right. Sure. I don't know what kind of trickery you guys are pulling, but Abigail, have you figured that out yet? And you just see the elven lady. She's just kind of still with her hands outstretched. Her eyes are just white, and she seems to be in some manner of trance. And he looks at her. Abigail? Abigail? Oh, what happened
Oh, she's
now?
probably dead.
What? Wow, savage.
Okay, you might want to shake her a bit or snap her out of it. I mean this in the literal sense. The last time I touched one, I almost died.
Like, yes, it could kill her.
So,
Yeah, we're literally not joking around right now.
Alexander, he looks at you all, then looks back at her, and he walks all the way over to Abigail. And then he kind of lowers her arms and kind of shakes her, kind of pulls her head away from looking at the mote of energy, and eventually she what?
Ponder the orb.
And then the mote of energy just kind of that was kind of pulsating with light. It just stops as whatever kind of concentration she had with this thing is broken off, and she just kind of immediately just kind of goes, God, I saw the Almighties, all 7 of them. I saw all of them. They were saying things to me. I couldn't understand anything they were saying, but they were talking to me and trying to show me something. They asked me to follow them, but each one went a separate way, and why did you wake me up and did you go back? And the orc just points over his shoulder. Oh, those guys here are saying that they can do it faster, I guess.
Hello.
And she looks at
Hello,
all.
don't kill yourself.
She looks at all of you and she kind of immediately frowns and is like, Didn't I tell you, Alexander, do not interrupt me? I don't even know these people. I told you I can do this, trust me. And he just says, well, I mean, I know, it's very late already. We've been here all day. And he kind of points over to the horizon. And all of you can see the sun that is almost setting finally sets off into the distance, and then darkness shrouds this whole place.
Bum, bum, ba-dum.
Who doesn't have dark vision?
Noldra?
And there you go.
Noldra has blind sense.
Technically, Nolter doesn't see it all.
But she does not have dark vision.
The Drake does have 60 feet of dark vision, though.
There you go. And
Noldra has
Vision
30
at this
feet of
point
blind
really is
sense.
just kind of like a free trial with everything you buy, isn't it?
And as all of you guys are there, just waiting for whatever's going on between the orc and the elven lady to resolve, the orc just goes, "We've been here all day just waiting for you to make some kind of progress, and to be honest, nothing has happened, and you need to eat, you need to take care of yourself." And she just kind of shakes her head. No, I'm fine. I just need to go back. Just give me a moment. I'm sure I can make it. And the orc is like, well, if you were... all right. And he turns back to you guys. You heard the lady. She wants to give it another try, so hold on. What's that? And the orc looks off into the distance. And all of you at this point now can also see into the distance, if you were to look, that as soon as, the sun sets and darkness takes over this place, there seems to be little kind of skittering noises of rocks kind of breaking off. And you can see little things crawling up the walls of this
That's not good.
cliffside that you're in. And as you all prepare yourselves, you see also something that seems to be flying, and you rapidly approaching. And this thing, as it is flying, you try to discern what it is, and it feels like some kind of person riding a very large beast that is carrying something in its talons. But then, this thing gets closer and drops what it is carrying, and you can see, if you were to look over here,
Oh,
a bunch of little ghouls just climb up the sides of the walls. 2 handlers and a muscle gets dropped from the creature that is carrying them. But the creature itself, you can't even describe it. It's what at first looked like someone riding a creature. You then realize that the person and the creature are one. They are connected by some kind of organic, weird, flashy tube. And the human doesn't even seem to be able to control the thing per se. It just seems to be perpetually stuck to it, kind of melded into the creature. And the creature itself does not have a head, but has a gaping mouth full of teeth, curved wings, and its body doesn't seem to resemble anything, but rather it just looks like some kind of monstrosity that tapers off into a prehensile tail with sharp teeth at the end of it as well.
Oh
It's so cute.
no!
I don't know if you are able to see the creature over there at the back. This here one.
That one, nope.
not
We
me.
cannot.
I can't see shit
There's
from
a
here.
wall between us and there, and maybe
So-
that's for the
Yeah.
best. Ah, no, I don't like it. I'll be back.
I don't think my dark sight's apply that. I can't see more than what 30 feet.
I have
No, I don't wanna be
120
in
foot
front.
dark. I have 120 foot dark vision, and I really wish I did right now.
I was safer behind the wall.
Colarius, do you have dark vision?
The belt of dwarven kind.
Does it give you dark vision?
Yes, it does.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
kick
lord.
ass. That's a
Oh
good
my
belt.
lord.
Poison immunity.
Dark vision out to a range of 60 feet.
I'm sorry. There you go.
There we go. Now it Oh,
Oh, I hate it. Oh my god, no. Sweetie, no.
Sweetie?
Sweetie?
No.
Fuck this.
fuck this.
This shit, I'm out.
So, you guys, I would ask you guys to go ahead and roll for initiative for some delicious combat, but it is midnight, so we're gonna do this next week.
Aw, okay.
Lovely. No, he wants to do it now.
No,
I
I'm not gonna do
cannot.
it.
I have work at very early in the morning, so I
Yeah.
cannot continue.
Yeah, see, Colaris is work.
Yep.
But mum.
Also, I have an interview tomorrow after work.
Ooh.
Ooh, fancy.
Good luck, buddy.
Thank.
But in any case, I hope you guys are ready because these creatures are tough. But
Run
otherwise,
away and shoot my gun.
Wizard,
Stay away
roll a
from
high
everything.
initiative. You know what must happen.
yeah.
Only was one level higher.
I forgot how to roll my initiative. What the fuck did I go? There it
Well,
is.
We're not doing it yet.
You're
Oh.
not rolling yet. You're rolling next
Oh, okay.
week.
I'm just saying, when you do it, you better roll high.
And I
Yeah.
can't wait to see this group of innocent people get completely annihilated by these monsters.
Let's
yeah.
avoid that.
We'll try.
Oh no.
Good thing I put my
You guys
AC
want
back
do
to
these on the
15.
rig?
Hey, imagine
Uh.
Just turn to them like, hey, do you guys like dealing with things like this on the regular? No? Don't
No.
touch these remnants.
Run away.
All right, so yeah, that's it for tonight. Thank you guys for playing, and thanks everyone else for watching the game. This time I remember to tweet about it. I mean, 15 minutes late, but still I did. And yeah, this is going straight up to the tubes for you all to watch in replay if you've missed it live. So yeah, thank you, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.